Hello, happy Crimson Tuesday. Yes, hello Crimson Crew. Eden Waith, good to see you. Blaholtzen. Mouse Miss Yo Yo. Awesome, good to see you folks. Yeah, it is another Crimson Tuesday, and it's March the 2nd, so it's the second day, March the 2 of the Tuesday, for Crimson Tuesday. G-Makes Games, good to see you. Just a Jeffy, hello. That person 122, hello. Hi. Targ March is on. It's relentless. It is relentless. It is March. I'm upset about this. Completely to be completely honest with you, I am upset about the Marchness of the year. The current state of Marchness. Yeah. It's like the third month of the year already, you guys. The year's like 25% over. Eating with March 1st, where you are, you lucky duck. Eating with. Oh my goodness. Yes. So, Artistic Coolies, hello, good to see you. Tonight is an art stream. We're forging ahead, and we are making progress, however slow, on both the introductory sequence art and the game as a whole. It's going okay. Yeah. Chapter 5, it marches onward, just like March. Let's studio, happy Crimson Tuesday. Yes, let's art. Let's animate. Let's animate tonight. And yeah, the dev update is, yes, I'm still working on chapter 5, section 1 of 3, the first section of 3 sections of the 3 sections. So that's where I am right now, because I realized I had something where I'm like, oh, well, I had this certain way of gathering a certain kind of information, but I knew I could do better. And I've come up with a better way to do things. So that's what I'm doing right now. But it's going well. It is moving forward. It never moves as fast as I would like. But the important part is the forward movement. Yes, Artistic Lucy says, I'm not ready for a new month. Why can't February be the same length as every other month? Yes. Yes. I'm not ready for March. Oh, it's Farewell to Nova Scotia. Or Farewell Nova Scotia. Yep, Jim Makes Game says months are annoying. Their lengths are inconsistent and weird, and there's no reason for any of it. Yeah, there are, I've never liked how inconsistently numbered the months are. And so my mom had a thing where you count on your knuckles or something about which are the long months and which are the short months. I never worked out that system. I just know the poem 30 days hath September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31, except for February alone, which has 28 days clear and 29 in each leap year. I think that's it. That's how I remembered. But my mom says there's a knuckle thing, and I don't know if that's like a Japanese thing or just other people know this one, where it's like January, February, March, April, May, June. I don't know how that works. Oh yes, today is Mardi Gras. Eating with, you're right. Fat Tuesday. Couldn't find any king cake or Polish donuts. You can always make pancakes. Oh, Mouse Miss, you know the knuckle thing. Summer months and the are two longest in a row. Yes, it's a quarter of the year is over. Not happy. Not happy. Yes, exactly. Just as Jeffy, you learned the same one as I did. 30 days has September, April, June, and November. Yes. Okay, Deluxe Tuck says the knuckle thing is not just Japan. You know a lot of people in the U.S. that use it. Okay. Yeah. It's the end of at the end of March. GMX Games is 25% over, but I try to think ahead because so much of the time I feel like I'm behind. So, in which case, yes, you're absolutely right. Fractal Mind Mike, good to see you. Fantastic, wonderful. Of course, Fractal Mind Mike is an amazing streamer. If I can get this right. Yes, ask Gregory what's up with the calendar. We could use Julian's calendar as well. There's any number of calendars. Yeah, Deluxe, I assume we're all talking about how it's basically 2023. Yes. Yes, Knuckles. Yes, that Knuckles thing is also a character in a Sonic game. Oh. No, you're welcome, Fractal Mind Mike. Yeah, Fractal Mind Mike, amazing streamer. Yeah, there's no clean way to divide up the days of the year. When will we switch over to star days? That's the dream. Okay, yeah. So that's the dev update. I will also give a cross stitching update, which means I turn off the chroma key and you get to see my very not ironed green screen sheet. But I will show. So we have I did finish Nessa here. There she is. In all her grumpy glory. Although there's a few stitches I missed because I ran out of thread. I like to try to use all the thread as much as possible, so that means I sometimes am at the end of the thread before I get back and do the cross stitch of the cross stitch. So I will go back and fill those in. Oh my goodness. Oh, so let's switch to that Japanese calendar. Yeah, how different is the Japanese calendar? I thought it went to like the one that we use in North America as well. Although I like the names of the months because it's extremely uncreative. Ichigatsu, Nigatsu, Sangatsu. Just Ichigatsu means month 1. Nigatsu means month 2. I find that refreshing. Yeah, that person went to do. I also remember as a child, time moved very slowly. Now it flies so fast, I can't catch up. There's this theory behind that about how, when you're like 5 years old, 1 year is like 20% of your life. So that feels like a long time. But when you get older, that 1 year represents a smaller percentage of your overall time spent on Earth. So, for Nardo, hey yo, welcome to chat. Welcome. Yeah, we're gonna get down to some animation soon enough, and then a let's play I'm working on. Last Half of Darkness. I was gonna say Personal Nightmare, but we are finished Personal Nightmare and we are playing Last Half of Darkness. Yeah, Blauholzen says the months used to be based on the moon, so the Romans were the ones to make it day-year based instead. Oh yeah, she's greatly grumpy. Yeah, Nessa's greatly grumpy. And so my current project right now, as we move along, that's the start of Evan's shoulder. Ugh, everything's mirrored. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, there we go. The start of his overalls. But I think the reason I picked... Oh my gosh, why am I so bad at this? Wow, okay. The reason I picked Evan for this portrait... Wow, okay. Is because his shirt is white and light gray, and I think the two colors I picked for white and light gray are too close together. So in order to test that, that's why I'm doing Evan next. But you can see I've got quite a few of these folks done. Although, yeah, the two Nancys, I've told you, like, they've not settled on the colors. I was still experimenting. Yes, you're only allowed to say star date if you sound like Patrick Stewart. Star date. Star date. I can't do it. I don't have a Patrick Stewart. Oh, okay, the traditional Japanese calendar is not used at all anymore. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I don't actually know the traditional Japanese calendar. Hello, Jave Livtix. Welcome to chat. Thanks for coming to stream. October isn't even the 8th month. Blaholton, that's a very good point. That's very strange. It's Hachigatsu in Japanese, which means month 8. But to be honest, the Japanese way of naming the months is great. But the way they named oh wait, I should turn my chroma key back on. The way they named the actual days of like the first of the month, the second of the month, that is nonsense, and I keep forgetting. So you'd think that the first day of the month was called Ichi-nichi, but it's called Tsuitachi, and the second day of the month is called, oh, see, I already forgot. It's just embarrassing. And this third day of the month is Mikka, but the second day of the month is Futsuka, which is ridiculous. And then from there, it goes on to something more systematic, but there are some ways to trip you up as well still, which are just annoying. Oh yes, Inuit. Yeah, oh, that Japanese calendar. So yeah, the Japanese calendar where they start when a new era begins with a new emperor. So you'd be like at whatever the emperor's name is, 35, that year 35 or whatever. Yeah. That one is of course very hard to keep track of because those certainly aren't consistent. Grindislav, ahoy! Welcome back. Are you streaming Wild West Wednesday this week, Grindislav? Maximus asks, how mind-consuming is cross-stitching? Are you able to watch TV while you do it? Yes. So it kind of depends on what the program is, though. Oh, wow, Ambrosine, thank you for the resub. Awesome, awesome. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah. So if it's something that is in English, I will watch. I can do cross-stitching at that time. So that makes it easier. But if I'm watching something in like a Japanese program, and I'm trying to learn Japanese, so I've been watching Japanese cartoons. I try to focus on those 100% because it's really hard for me to follow, and I can understand like 20% of what's being said most of the time if I'm lucky, and so those ones I really try to focus on. But yeah, if it's in English, that's fine. I'll pull out the cross stitching then. Futsuka, yes, thank you, Mouse Miss. I'm catching up on chat right now. Yes, 20th of the month is Hatsuka instead of being Niju Nichi. Niju is 20, Nichi means a day. So Niju Nichi, the 20th day of the month, should be called that, but it's called Hatsuka, which I forget every single month. And it's just long enough for me to keep forgetting. Yes, Gundaro, you're right. Yoka for the 4th, but Yoka is the 8th, I believe. And that's not fair either. I completely messed those ones up. Yes. Yes, Deluxe Talks, yes. It makes sense because futatsu means twins, for sure. Or futatsu is like two. Futari is two people. Hitori is one person. So yeah, but it's just not consistent because there's lots of different numbering systems in Japanese, depending on whether you're counting something small, or you're counting something long, or you're counting something flat. It's really not fair. It's nonsense. But a lot of other aspects of Japanese language are very logical, and I do enjoy it. But that's not. Oh, good. Yes, so Grenislav is streaming tomorrow. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. And what are you streaming, Grenislav, if I might ask, if you know? Yes, and Blossom, yes, thank you. I'm glad you've noticed this. This sweater, I dug it out of my closet. I rediscovered this nice sweater that I have, which I figured would be perfect for Crimson Tuesday. It's not crimson, but it's kind of it's a nice red for this, I think. Cosmo43, good evening to you as well. Oh, Gundar, so you learned a lot through exposition. For Japanese cartoons, you speak Mandarin too. Awesome. It's harder for you to understand transliterated words from English to Japanese with katakana than it is to read old words in kanji. Yeah, they use a lot of borrowed words in Japanese, particularly for stuff they already have words for, which is my pet peeve. My mom was telling me the other day that sunglasses in Japanese is iro megane. Iro megane means colored glasses, but now they just go sunglassu, which is like, come on, you guys have a word for that. And I've heard miruku for gyunyu. They legitimately have their own word for milk, but they just use milk now. Oh, good. Grindislav has a background. Okay, so background art. Started the other day. It's literally your basement. Nice. That's fantastic. There's no better source of reference than the real world. So good stuff. Yeah, Gym Games, that is exactly the conversation I had with my dad like decades ago when I was a kid. If a flat thing gets thicker, when does it start getting counted different? At what point? Exactly. Yeah, if something is both small and flat, how do you count that? Yes, you're the Butler's Lover, welcome. Yes, it's capillary blood red. It's a fantastically red. It's got lots of lovely buttons on it. It's actually not a cardigan. It actually is quite long. I don't know what it, just like with the counting systems in Japanese, I don't know what constitutes the length of a cardigan, but this one I think it's past my hips. Deluxe, you like the Japanese English loan words. Howdy Fluke, is good to see you. Yeah, that the Nightbot is showing that second part of my interview with Jonathan Holmes for his Talking to Women About Video Games podcast. I talked about that last week, but I didn't turn it off, the timed Nightbot announcement. But yeah, there's two parts of that interview, and yeah, it's still the most recent episode as far as I know. I think Jonathan comes out with 2 of those a month, so those will be up. Oh no, it's March. I forgot. Gosh. So who knows? Maybe it's not the first 2. Yes, exactly, Gondaro. Why are there so many English loan words used in Japanese? When there are Japanese words for those things, I guess it's trendy or considered more modern. Bahamamu. Hi, well, how we're doing great. We're doing great. And welcome back. It's good to see you. Yeah, coins are small and flat. You need to count those a lot. So what do they do? I, Jam makes games. I don't know. I'm sure someone in chat does know. Oh wow! So Welsh also has troubling numbers, new and old ways between 10 and 20. Evil Tentacle, good to see you. Welcome back. Yes, ice cream is ice cream. I understand they might not have had ice cream back in the day, so that's totally legitimate um, for having a loan word for that. Ice cream. I can also shout out Grendislav, and we're gonna get started. Judith Butler's Lovers here, and so I'm not gonna wait too long. I'm gonna put up the trailer. And I actually, you know what? My God, I was listening. I don't often listen back to these streams, but I decided I was going to just listen back for a little bit of the past music stream that Dan and I did. And I listened finally for, I haven't listened to the trailer in a long time. And I listened to the trailer and I cringed at my voiceover work. Which I won't even call work because I'm definitely, I'm not a pro at that, so it's not even work. My voiceover in that. Then what you're about to hear, I find not great at all, but it works in a pinch. Okay, so Judith Butler's Lover. We're gonna run the trailer. This is for the Crimson Diamond. I'm Julia Minamata. I'm the solo game dev behind it. Dan Pollocker is the musician on the game, and it's going well. It's a mystery adventure game with a text parser interface, and the trailer will show how the gameplay works and how it all looks. And how it sounds, because the music in the trailer is composed by Dan on a Roland MT32, and so the game looks like the old days games and sounds like the old days games, but hopefully it does not play like those games from back when we were kids. It will play like your fondest memories of those times. And if you've never played a game like that before, hopefully you'll find something in it that is compelling or makes you want to play. So let's do that. Let's turn off music. Let's turn off mic, and let's roll the trailer. Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town. But that was a long time ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist, assigned to follow the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way. Or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town of Crimson shine once more? Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game by Julia Minamata. The Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io for Windows PC and Mac OS. All right, woo. Jim Matt says my voiceover is great, very NPR and calming. Thank you very much. Whoa, yeah. I'm glad other people enjoy it, or at least don't find it too objectionable. Thank you, Rasmus, as well, says the voiceover is great. And Bahamamu, you can play the demo with no problem now? Fantastic. I'm so glad. Because that's the thing is, that's the worst thing is if people have trouble even starting it up. That's absolutely the worst. Because then they can't even give the game a chance. And that's I want people to be able to give the game a chance if they feel like they want to. Ronald Drexler, good to see you. Welcome back. Eating with plays like your fondest memories. It should be the new tagline. Yeah, I was just thinking when I was when the trailer was playing and I was trying to catch up on chat. I was thinking of the Philip K. Dick title of the short story. We will remember it for you wholesale. Plays like your fondest memories. It could be like the sequel for that. Judith Butler's Lover says, but you don't need a loan word when you encounter a word that doesn't exist in your own language. You could make up an equivalent. Very true. A good example: sladoled, slado, sweet adjective, lead, ice, sweet ice. It's probably because it's trendy. Yeah. The fondest memories of anyone over 30. Go on, so I'm glad you liked the eavesdropping scene. That was something I so much enjoyed from the Colonel's Bequest and also from Dagger of Amon-Ra, and I knew that was going to be like a big thing in the game, and super important. Idiocracy, good to see you. Welcome back. Before it's too late. Yes, before it's too late in the trailer. Who knows? Lucas says, I wanted to say, Julia, I'm totally going to stray too close to that edge in that part of the game. Oh, in the trailer where she walks by the river and she says, basically, um, exercise caution when near fast moving bodies of water. And please do. But because you're in a safe context with the game, you can learn what the consequences might be. Gunderwood, that's an interesting quote. President Bush said once, the problem with French people is they don't have a word for entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. I can't say it in a French accent. Oh, great. I'm glad Judith Butler says my pronunciation is shockingly on point. Nice. For slad which brings me to, actually, I really enjoy the Japanese loanwords that are not from English. Something like the Japanese word for clown, like a clown in the circus, is Piero. Piero from the French, I think, for clown. And I'm sure other people in chat can think of other examples of that, of Japanese loanwords that are from other languages, like pan. Pan is the Japanese for bread, and I think it's from the French of pan as well. Yes, Julia's very secretly Swedish. Oh yes, and gendered words as well. Yeah, some languages have gendered words. So yeah, Japanese is nice and simple that way. It's not gendered typically. Yes, a lot of Dutch and Portuguese. In fact, Martin Scorsese, I think it was Martin Scorsese did that movie Silence about missionaries in Japan in that time of Japanese seclusion. Oh, what was the port that they were at? Naga. I don't remember, but yeah. So yeah, there was some like very very restricted trading, some missionary action with the Dutch and all that. Yeah, Piero. Yes, that's Gundera. That's it. Nagasaki. Thank you, Maximus. Yes, movie with the Spider-Man guy. I just Andrew Garfield. I like to call him Garfield because just the mental image of having Garfield, because no one just calls him Garfield because of Garfield, and that's why it's in a small way it amuses me to call Andrew Garfield Garfield. Yes, but yes. So something like, even for the word for thank you in Portuguese is obrigado, which sounds like arigato kind of. So that people think there might been some influence there. But anyway, yes, the Japanese language segment of the stream is now over, unless we come by it again, and I have no problem talking about it because. Japanese uses bourgeoisie. I did not know that. Neat. Okay. So let's see. Do I have any other things to talk about? I don't think so. The card, we showed the card last stream, which was nice. Its digital debut was last week during the combo stream, and yes, if you want to see the digital card and the animated GIF, I've got it kind of on my Twitter someplace, like not too far down, and also in the VOD that is on YouTube for last week's stream. But I think that's all we need to look at. We're going to dive right into our pixelated animated fisherman man. French loanwords are generally common. The only ones I could think of were pan and Piero, but I'm sure there's more that I'm just not thinking of off the top of my head. Let's start up the music again, and let me get into the Photoshop. Let's do this. Great. But yes, I've been doing Duolingo. I've got a 420 plus day streak on that, which I'm really proud of. And trying to watch like Japanese cartoons and things. Anpanman is very good because it's like for 5-year-olds, and I can understand quite a bit of that one because it's very repetitive. It's literally the same storyline basically every single time, and it's very food centered, which is kind of nice because I'm big on food and cartoon food. And it's a bizarre show, so it's enough to keep me interested. Oh, Eden Lace asks, any word on when the Playdate game you worked on will be released? I have no idea, Eden Lace, which reminds me, the Playdate STK got released just this week, maybe yesterday, in fact. And so it's cool because what you'll be able to do if you program a game with this SDK is you'll be able to sideload those games right onto your Playdate. So there's not going to be any obstacles between those two things, which is really exciting for anyone who wants to program for it. Yes, in Sierra Games, thank you is translated into "You're dead, restore, restart, quit." Oh yes, anime. Yes, Judith Butler's Lover. Japanese cartoons. It's called anime. Yeah, I guess so. Like I don't know. I guess I think of anime as a kind of a genre, which is not fair at all. Um, like stuff like Detective Conan is anime, but Anpan Man is like a Japanese cartoon to me because it's not drawn in that style, like anime style, whatever that means. But yeah, you're right. Fair enough. Yeah, it is anime. But yeah, I try to listen carefully. Detective Conan's got captions on it, so that one I will read, which is another thing where I can't do the cross stitching because I got to read the caption. Um, but yeah, with Ampaman is not captioned. Ninja Hattori is not captioned. Chibi Maruko-chan is not captioned, and so I've been trying to learn. But it's so conversational; it happens so quickly. It makes me think that my 420 plus Duolingo streak means nothing. You can't get over this. Your life changed on this day, Julia Father's Lover. Yeah. Oh wow, Bahamamu. Fun fact, Dagger of Amon Ra really freaked me out when I was a kid. So much so that I turned the computer off, stood up and turned my back on the screen for a while, filled with this eerie sensation that someone was watching me from behind. That's really effective. Super, super effective. I love the Dagger of Amon Ra soundtrack. I listen to it just about every day when I'm working, especially if I'm doing coding stuff or I need to get into the feel of the game. Even though this my game looks more like the Colonel's Bequest, I use both of those soundtracks a lot when I'm programming and writing so that I can get into that mood that I want. Sakana Kao, hello, good to see you. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so let's get back into this. I did a bit of work on this. Oh, Fractal One Mike. Thank you for gifting this sub. That's fantastic. You guys are the best. You're the best. I started with this fish on the combo stream the other time. Oh wow, and thank you for giving the tier 1 sub to Sakana Kao. Fantastic. Arigatou gozaimasu. My pronunciation is just horrible. Apologies. Bilkin says, lest we forget, the word anime is itself Japanese pronunciation of the English word animation. And I remember at that time when they were calling it Japanimation. And yeah, so this fish I was working on because I wanted it to kind of be wiggling a little bit. So I wanted to have a few frames of a wiggly fish. And that's what we're kind of working on right now. And I do want it to, so that's the fish up 4 fish up. This is a mess, by the way, and I'm never gonna get these gifts properly done. Oh, you listen to Edgar Allan, you read Edgar Allan Poe, listen to Nox Arcana to get into the game proper mindset. You like the Bahamut, like the low-fat theme, the favorite? And also respect to I Want to Marry an Archaeologist. My favorite piece in that whole soundtrack, I think, is in that where the Porcupine Office. That Porcupine Office music is my favorite. Is Hunter 1043 here? If Hunter 1043 is lurking, Fractal Mind Mike says thank you so much for getting for donating to him or gifting to him the holiday card pack, last year's holiday card, and all the some of the other cards and the postcards, which was very, very kind of you. Yes, Japanimation is clumsy. You only learned, Autistic Khaleesi says, I only learned Japanimation was even a thing over here because of Homestar Runner. Yeah, I think, oh my god, back in the late 80s, was it called Japanimation? But yeah, let's get in on this fish. So this fish is 17 reel up here, and then, so that fish fish corresponds with this one. And then the line does this, and there's this fish. And then we're going to do another fish where the line is more straight and the water's also wiggling, and we're going to wiggle the fins again. And those will cycle through a few times just to show wiggling. You, the Butler's Lover, have a lovely night. Thank you so much for coming. I know it's a late night for you, and I'm glad you got to catch the trailer. Maybe see you next week, and have a great rest of your week. Okay, so let's get on to this. So we've got this guy. So this is where he's done reeling, and I'm going to just copy him. And this is called 18 Fish 4C. And I'm going to copy his line. So I'm going to delete his line. Because the fish is kind of, when it got pulled out of the water, it's kind of swaying back and forth a little bit on this line while it's also flapping its fins. So that fish was here, and now I want the line to be straighter. Okay, so the line will be straighter in this. And then after I finish this bit of animation, we're going to be completely done the sequence. And now is the hard part, where I actually have to put the the frames together for the animation. And you saw how much of a mess that was, so that's going to be fun. And let's duplicate this fish as well. Duplicate fish up. So this is what I have somewhat named these layers, because just for my own sanity, and it's going to be hard enough as it is. Because I've got a river flowing. The river is a 3-frame cycle that I had to remember to keep flowing through for all the frames of animation. And there's a line that has to sway back and forth, and there's a line animation as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun putting it together, I'm sure. Okay, Sakanakawa says, there was a company that did a lot of English dubbing and publishing that promoted it with the term Japanimation for a lot in the 90s. Yes, and localization has come a long way since 1985. That person went to, he says, the artwork is coming along really nicely. Love your use of colors and dithering in the background. Thank you very much. Yeah, I like that. I like having a blue, cooler background for something like this. And it kind of does echo the river here as well, which is kind of nice. But yes. So we're going to make the fish sway closer by a couple things here. And then it's joined at the mouth at that dark purple pixel, I believe. So we're going to do that. Okay, and so that's different from that one. Yes, that's fine. Oh, interesting. Okay, you used to think anime was called manga because it was distributed by a company called Manga. Huh. So let's do this fish up. This will be the last, I think, because this fish, there's 3, I think, of these. Oh no, wait, that's one fish. Nope. 1 fish, 2 fish. Yeah, so this is the 3rd fish, so hopefully I can just cycle through these 3 fish. Actually, the first fish doesn't have any splatter on it, does it? So I might, yeah, he should have some splash on him, actually, because he's just gotten pulled out of the water in this frame. But, yeah, if I want to cycle through these, yeah, he should have some splatter stuff going on. So let's do that. Yeah, the dithering in the forest, it improved the, Deluxe Talk says the dithering improved the piece by about 200%. When it was put down, the brown dirt leaves adds a lot of depth. Yeah, it's tough because the dithering kind of has to come last, but it can be difficult to envision what it's going to look like with the dithering when it's not there. And when I show the animated GIF of the holiday card, you can really see how much work the dithering does to separate the forms and everything and give a sense of visual hierarchy because there are just there's so few colors that I'm working with. So yeah. Yeah, so that's fine. I'm not too picky about the water here. So that's fine. And then this 3 and then C is what we're working on now. So 1 fish, 2 fish, red diamond, blue fish. Fry, heyo, good to see you. Jim makes games. You've discovered you have a really vivid and detailed, completely false memory. I think that definitely can happen. I mean, there have been studies about memories and stuff like that, particularly in like witnesses and criminal cases and testimony and stuff like that. And in psychology, it can happen too. So it's really, because memory is such a tricky thing. And like that's also, so this fish is going to be, I'm going to have the fish flexing a bit down, I think, because where was the fish? I gotta see what this one was doing versus this one. 1 second, I just need to see. So that one was, the fin is going up, and that fishtail is going that way. So in the next frame 3, the fin should be going back up, and I'm actually going to have the tail do something else. Okay, good to know. So in this one, the fish, I want to bring back that fin. This isn't bad. Alouette. Speaking of French. And just some subtle changes in some of this line work will go a long way, I think, to creating a sense of movement. Yes, Jessica Jeffrey says, the first time I read a manga comic book, I was so confused. Didn't know to flip the book over and read in the opposite direction that I'm used to long ago now. Yeah, what they used to do, I think, with manga, well, sometimes it depended on the publisher. Sometimes they would actually take the time to mirror the artwork, but that presented a bunch of problems. I think it was pretty labor intensive, and also it can be tricky to just mirror stuff because some stuff ends up not turning out right. So it's actually probably a lot better and more accurate to not mirror anything at all and just train people to read from right to left. Yes, and there's usually usually in One Piece, in other manga. I've not read the One Piece manga, but I know in other manga they sometimes will have, they'll have a page at the back saying stop. This is like printed right to left, and please read it the other way around or stuff like that. Yeah, so they do have those warnings, which is nice. But yeah, I mean, if you're just, it's not hard to believe that anyone would just pick something up and expect to be able to read it that way, the way they're used to their whole lives. Imagining a nightmare scenario where some books in the series are mirrored and some aren't. Yeah, it actually, it presents more problems. I mean, on the surface, it sounds like a really easy fix. Oh, just mirror the pages. But there's so many things that can change when you mirror the pages. I mean, what if there is a story point, like it's a mystery story, and the whole thing hinges on, like the villain is right-handed or left-handed, and you have to change the text to reflect that it's a different hand. Um, yeah, I don't know. There are other reasons why too. Yes, Sashu, this is how we got, yes, the name, to not spoil anything, but this special flipped around mirrored name for a character in a particular adventure game. Ugh. Hmm. Yes, Jimmy Seam. Someone suggested that UI design should always have the most important things at the top left because that's how we read, but it's not the same in other places. So that does affect UI design where people read in a different direction. 100%. Yeah, there's so many considerations to take when you are thinking about UI for different countries. And also, yeah, I mean, in Japanese you can have stuff vertical, which tends not to happen very much in North America unless it's for like a hotel sign. And I actually really love the versatility of Japanese for that reason, that they can be printed vertically or right to or horizontally. Super handy. I think this will just about. I just sometimes like to change a few of these pixels randomly in here to give that sense of movement, and hopefully that'll work out nicely. All right, and I think that that'll do it for the fish and the man here. Oh yeah, there's something else I wanted to do fun with the man. Is I wanted him to blink, like do a blink at the end of this. So I want the fish to sway a little bit back and forth, and then I want it to splash, and I want the last thing to happen before we switch to the next scene is I want him to blink. So that's what we're gonna do next. Okay, so this is the log Riders Waltz for all you Canadians. Log driver something. I don't know the lyrics. I used to. And there's a really lovely cartoon that was made by Canadian Film Board. So this is just going to be on his face. So I'm not going to do a whole frame of his face. Big or make huge, blink or make huge eyes. So we're going to do blink. Let's see how we're going to do this. A question mark on his head. Musical sting. I don't actually know how we're going to do this. So we're going to explore. Lick his lips. Joseph Jeffy asks, can people outside Canada access the films on the nfb.ca? I don't know. That's a very good question. Just for fun, why don't we try the wide eyes? It's ridiculous. It's a mistake. Okay. Terrible. What if they... I think it'd be weird if they were white. We're not doing this. Not doing it. Oh no, not available in your location, Maximus says. So, yes. I guess maybe not outside of Canada. Oh, okay, okay, so in the UK, some of them are viewable, some of them aren't. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Okay. So I think that's all the pieces we need for this ridiculous animation that is going to be heck to put together. So, why don't we stop monkeying about and get on this? This is going to be a disaster. I can already tell. I can already tell. Okay. We have to start from River 1. We start from... What happened to his eye? His eye looks different now. Doesn't it? What have I done? Yeah, his eye is different. I like his eye better with the extra pixel. Great. Okay. Okay, so we want the extra pixel on the eye. So why don't we just go back and fix all those frames? Okay. Watch me forget. I'm gonna forget every other one. Okay. Yes, one pixel can make a difference. Yeah, Justice Jeffrey's right. If you can access nfb.ca, that is a National Film Board of Canada, so it's like government-funded little short films and stuff, and there are some classics, of which Riders Waltz is one of them. There's also one like a Black Fly song that's fantastic. Yes, and there's the Riders Waltz. Okay, so we're gonna do this. First thing that happens is this is frame 1. And actually, I wonder if I will be... For space-saving considerations, I won't be... The whole screen won't be the file because it's not necessary. But we can designate... You know... Probably don't even need that much, do we? I actually, Deluxe Text, it's a good question. Do I need all the water? I actually have the build up here. And what we can do is, let me just put a pause on the music. Because fortunately, I do have a build here where we can take a look at the sequence as it is in the game currently, because I certainly don't remember what I've done. I think the water is cycling, which is actually good because that'll be a check against my water, making sure that my water in the slice... Is that too loud? Yikes. Sorry. I assume that was too loud. But yeah, so the water in the background will have to sync with the water that's in the GIF, and that's a good way for me to have to keep track. And it'll be really easy for me to tell when those are out of sync. Oh, and also, you guys, you'll be able to hear the I feel like that's still too loud. Okay, you'll be able to see the or hear the new piece in this version of the demo. Okay, is it too quiet? Too quiet? Okay, I can pump that up. Let's pump that up. Okay, so... Okay. Okay. He just removed the water on the fish. His legs kind of are involved. Okay, so... This is the ragtime piece that Dan composed. So this is the rough version. So we already have the final artwork. So we do have the final artwork already for the water and stuff. So I mean, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at how to do this in a smart way. We could take the water out completely. Yeah, it's definitely a different vibe. So for this, yeah, like I said, I don't actually mind having the water in everything, but can I make it so that I don't need them? That's the thing. Can I make this easier? And this is where it gets tricky. See, if I didn't have the water and I just had him, it's not going to really work this way because then the background would be on top of him. Yes. Yeah, so after this scene that we're going to be doing, I'm probably going to move into that bucket scene. Okay, so I actually don't mind having it'll actually make my life excuse me, make my life easier. So let's save the selection as fisherman. Fisherman animation. Speaking of Japanimation, Fisher Manimation. Okay. So this is the first frame. And we're going to save this. Oh, and then another thing. So this is fun. So this cut crystal bowl you see here, in this is the visual reference I used for the Christmas card. And people getting into the bucket details. Yeah, they're very invested in the bucket. So why don't I'm gonna just save here. Let's call it stream 1. We're live streaming the stream. PNG is fine. Okay. So that's the first. So the first thing we have to do here is switch the water up. I see the eye is a problem for me. I got to keep adding that 1 pixel. Oops, it's not that one. Oh wait, it was. Oh, it was a couple pixels, wasn't it? Yeah, it actually was a couple. Yeah, okay. Huh. Yeah, I guess this is right? Well, okay. So we're going to do this. Crimson, the diamond tube beyond the pale. We're going to do this, just this frame here. I hate how that dialogue comes up. I gotta figure out a way to turn that off. Stream 2. Okay, water 3. Yeah, remember just. Okay. So these 3 animations of him just completely still, with the water flowing by him, can be cycled. So that's nice. That's versatile. So I can have those cycle indefinitely for however long I want that to just be as it is. So that's a 3. So I'll name the next stage of it something different. The next stage is, yeah, so this part where his eyes go up. So this is the aha fish catching thing. So this will be, I'll save this under a different name. Can I get rid of this dialogue? I never want to save it to the Creative Cloud. Where's the option to just not have this come up? Oh, sure, Deluxe Text, share your Twitter joke. So this will be aha. 1. Fisherman, half fish, half man, he's all Canadian. It's all herring. Water 2. So this is where, yeah, the fish is moving. What did the drummer name his two daughters? Anna 1, Anna 2? Okay, I do. Deluxe Tux, I do like that. That's ridiculous. Yeah, yeah. The timing on that joke. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. What did the drummer name his two daughters? Room shot. That is very silly. Ting. Okay. Water 3. Oh yeah, so this is where, yeah, his eyebrows are raised. Are they going to be raised through this entire animation? Probably not. I think when he starts reeling, his eyebrows should go back down. Okay, Google says under Preferences General, it's called Show Online Storage when saving files. Thank you, Maximus. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I'm going to do that right after I save this as AHA 3. Preferences. Preferences. General. File saving. Where's file save? General. It's called Show Online Storage when saving files. Okay. Right. General. Oh, file handling. Okay. File handling. Default save to, yes, thank you. Oh my gosh. This is why you guys, I keep you guys here. This is super helpful. Thank you, Maximus. Okay. Water 1. Okay, so this is, okay, good. So what has changed? Just his shoulder changed? Oh wait. 1. So these are the same. And this, okay, so this one he starts reeling. So I think what I want is I want him to, yeah, so he's moving on this one. Okay. So with this one, I'm going to put his eyebrows back down to what they were originally. So I'm going to need to just copy and paste to fix that. So we're at 7. At 1. So this is why I like to save that's why I like to save the file, the selection. So this is what 7's going to look like now. His eyebrows are down. And he's starting to do the reeling. And I'm going to load back that selection that I made. Fish animation. Okay. This is reel 1. Maximus likes the nice trick with selection saving. Didn't know about it. It's super handy, especially if you have like a really complicated selection. Like this is a very easy selection, but it's important for it to be exactly the same every time and in the exact same location. But yeah, I mean, for something that you really painstakingly have like marqueed out or keyed out or whatever, it's really, really, really handy if you need to go back and load up that selection again. Okay, next frame, move the water again to 2, water 2. You just created black and white layers. Oh, Maximus, fantastic. I'm really pleased. I'm so pleased that we've had this exchange of knowledge tonight. You've taught me how to get rid of that pesky Creative Cloud save dialog window, and you've learned to save selections. And Blahalton also stores mine as layer masks. Aha! Yeah, there's a whole thing now. You can just save them in the save and load selection thing. Okay, so this is 8. Oh yeah, and I wanted to keep, you know what I should have done? This is where I still have his eyebrows regular, so I gotta actually copy and paste that and keep doing it to remind myself. 8. Yeah. In fact, I can probably keep this face for the interim, I'm thinking. So what we might not even have to copy and paste that on everything. Because you can just right click those and add them to selection or subtract or intersect. Yeah, yeah, for the if you're using. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, with the layer masks. Yes, Deluxe Tech says in 2493, archaeologists will still be discovering new features in Photoshop, and this is just stuff that has been baked in for ages. It's not even whatever they're doing with the updates, because I certainly don't know. Okay, so select load selection. So yeah, there's a bunch of other options here. I don't even look at them. Fisherman animation. This is reel 2. Okay, move the water again. So yes, of course, when I'm doing the animation, I got to make sure all the stuff syncs up. Yes. Yeah, Justin Jeffrey says in 2493, my descendants will still be waiting for Adobe to release Photoshop for Linux. And move this face up. And we're continuing with the reeling. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I've already forgotten something. Reel 2, this Reel 2 pane should have the fishing line moving, which is what we had before. So let's go back to here. We got to move the fish line. Fish line 1. I knew I forgot something. So this one I can close. I'm going to save this as Reel 2. Reel 2. Yes. Oh wait, and is the water, did I already change the water though? So this is where we get tricky. Wait a second. I'm just going to open up Reel 2 again, the original. Okay, yes, so I need to go back. I need to go back 1 water. Yes, okay, so that's the proper water. And I've got the fishing line changed. Yes, the fishing line is changed. Okay. So. I use a lot of keyboard shortcuts. See if this is Reel 2. Okay, great. And now we move the water back for the next one. Change the fishing reel again. Fishing line, this one. Yes. Right, okay, good. This will be our next frame. Idiocracy asks, Julia, do you feel like you have a fairly strong familiarity with Photoshop's keyboard shortcuts and tools? If so, did you ever learn Photoshop formally from a class or a book? Yeah, in college, we had some digital, I don't know what they were called, I don't even remember what they were called. Computer class or digital art class or something where we did learn a lot of this stuff, and probably stuff that I've forgotten how to use that I now sometimes try to figure out again, like how to use the batch features and do droplets and actions and stuff like that. We did learn that stuff as well. But yeah, I did have it in school. I think we had it over, yeah, all 3 years probably had computer classes in Photoshop and Illustrator, and so that's kind of where the familiarity comes from. But you know, of course, we're always learning new things. So, for instance, I use when I'm copying and pasting frames of animation, I use a lot of Shift Control Copy, Control N for new. So, oh yeah, copy merged is Shift Control C. And then I use Control E, which is Shift down, merge down. And then Control S, save as. That's the third one. Yes, Jester Jeffy is absolutely right. Jester Jeffy says, Idiocracy, you should interview people professionally, or maybe you do already. Yeah, Idiocracy has a lot of really good questions. Mousimus asks, have you seen keyboard covers with Photoshop shortcuts? They look really cool. I have not, Mousimus. It's fun, because yes, there's a lot of stuff I don't know ever exists. Water, back to water 1. We're doing another reel. We're moving this face that I have created up. Another reel. And we're going to change the fishing line again to... Why did I do so many fishing line animations? I just went at 4 of them. Why? Including the original, which is 5. Yeah, you have really insightful questions, Idiocracy. And sometimes, yeah, it makes me think about stuff that I hadn't really considered before to even talk about. And that's what I really like about the best interviewers, like on the podcast that I've been on, have been able to ask me questions where I thought, I never really thought to even talk about that aspect of what I've been doing or what I've been thinking about. Reel 4. Oh, the fish should be coming up soon. That's going to be exciting. Jimmy seems dislikes having to remember keyboard shortcuts. It's weird to control computer functions with letters just because we also use it to type on. Yeah, I don't know. I guess the ones that I use, I don't use a lot of different ones. There's just the ones I've learned because I just use those functions a lot. But I do the regular ones anyone uses. Plus, like the copy merge, the merge down. Control U is cause for hue saturation. Control L is for levels. But yeah, they're pretty much all the other ones I use. This is Red River Valley. This is another famous song. Water 2. Reel 4. Fish line next. Yes. Jimmy Skims wants to get a Steam Deck. Stream Deck, yes. Yeah, I did the exact same thing but in reverse, Jimmy Games. Because it has programmable buttons with contextual displays, which is what a computer should use for a control panel anyway, not for streaming. I remember like years ago they had that keyboard with the LCD for each key. And did they ever end up making it? Because I thought that was fantastic. Control B is when you miss Control V. Very, very true. Is Control B like History Brush or something, I feel like? What does Control B do? I'm even afraid to... Oh, color balance. Oh wow, you program your own keyboard shortcuts, Deluxe Tux. Nice. Okay, yes, Fractal Mind Mike, that was what it was called, the Optimus Maximus. It was made but super expensive. Yeah, that thing was appealing. But I mean, it must be cheaper nowadays with the technology we've got now, or something. And it wasn't very good? Aww. That's too bad. Oh, cool. There's some Arduino projects that mimic Stream Deck. And there are some iPhone, Android, Apple alternatives to Stream Deck as well. Nice. Bat switches on the Optimus Maximus? That is too bad. I have some like custom keyboards. I used to. When I played a lot of World of Warcraft, I got like this one that folded out World of Warcraft thing, so I had a bunch of like keys on it. It wasn't a good keyboard, but it was just fun. I didn't end up sticking with it, but it was a nice idea. We're at reel 5. I might pop his eyebrows up again once he sees the size of the fish. That might be fun. Reel 5, fish line 5. Oh, fish line back to beginning. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of touchscreens myself to make games. It took me a long time to be comfortable texting and typing on an iPhone. Deluxe Text remembers the first time he saw a touchscreen. It was 1994. It was in a science museum, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Ooh, I can't When did I first see a touchscreen? That's a very interesting thing to think about. Huh. Oops. When did I see a touchscreen? Real 5, Real 6. Idiocracy asks what racing class did I play in World of Warcraft? PvE or PvP server? What level did you hit? Did you do any raiding? Yeah, I played Alliance. I was a Knight Elf Rogue. That was my racing class. PvP server, which is the reason why I rolled a Rogue, because I didn't, I like to just stay away from trouble. And the reason it was a PvP server to begin with is because my brother-in-law's boss was playing, and that's what the server he was on, so we all kind of played there. So yeah, I did max level at the time, started in Burning Crusade, and so we raided Karazhan, and also played through Wrath of the Lich King, and also, oh my gosh, what was it called? Alduar? That Alduar raid stuff, Lich King stuff, and then played like the Burning Crusade stuff, so like Tempest Keep, and all that stuff. But yeah, played through Mists of Pandaria. I think Mists of Pandaria was kind of where I stopped. Tom Paris had the right idea in Star Trek Voyager when he designed the Delta Flyer to use tactile controls. Touchscreens have zero tactile feedback. Jimmy's games. Indeed. Indeed. We'll go back to River 1. We are at... Wow, we're still reeling, eh? Wow, I reeled a lot. That's good. That's good. Fish line next. You had Blahelson had just enough time to get proficient at T9 texting before it became obsolete. Yeah, touchscreens were the future. Didn't they have ones that had that that buzz feedback, whatever I forget what that was called. Oh, someone's gonna know in chat what it's called. Haptic feedback. Don't they have like touchscreens with haptic feedback? All that stuff. Real 7. Well, when's the fish gonna show up? Oh, you know what? This whole time, is the fish showing up? Oh, no, it's not. Okay, good, it's not, because I have fish up next. Fish up is the next screen. The next thing. Yes, haptic, thank you. Fogger's Green, good to see you. Haptic, that's right. Ah, yes, also, yes, Mouse says, did Dead Mines again recently when they released a classic free trial, and how nostalgic. Yeah, Dead Mines was probably the first raid. Not even, was that like a 5-person though? I think. Was it Idiocracy also asked, was it rough finding a group as a rogue? Well, I think by like Wrath they had the group finder feature, but also it's like I was playing with like family and friends, and so we kind of had a group that we'd roll together with, and that made it a lot easier. Yes, Idiocracy, isn't it the best feeling when you've stealthed and the opposing faction is hunting you but can't find you? Yeah, that's the joy of Rogue, and I'm ashamed to say that it fit my personality perfectly. For whatever, take that for whatever you want. But yeah, if I was in Fish Up 1, Fish Up 2. Okay, so Fish Up 1. I think I want his eyebrows up because he's going to be reeling the fish up in these next ones. Fish Up 1. Where is Fish 1? So this is Fish Up 2. Okay, so maybe there's no fish in Fish Up 1. I can deal with that. Okay, so fish line 3. Oh, most phones use haptic feedback. Hey, Coding and Quarantine, good to see you. Most phones use haptic feedback unless you turn it off. Man, does my iPhone have it? Because I just want to turn it on. It's not on. Jim McDeems hates haptic feedback. I don't want it to attack my finger. I want a button. Yes, the slight buzz does help. It doesn't beat a good button. Okay, it still can't tell where you press the key does. Yeah, I do like a button. Most buttons that we have these days aren't even that good. It sounds like such an old person thing to say. Most buttons we do have these days aren't even that good. No, it's true. It is true. Who doesn't love a good button? So now this is, so this is fish up. So let's call this fish up 1. We'll eventually use feedback gloves with touchscreens. Haptic feedback, Foggy Screen says haptic feedback is my button. I don't feel like I've pressed anything without that little bump from the screen. If I remember, after stream, I'm going to try to see if I can turn haptic feedback on my phone because it's fun. It's a fun thing. Haptic feedback. So the Steam controller does have haptic feedback, or the Stream controller. Just a Jeffy, I assume you mean the Steam Deck has haptic feedback? Okay. Things like guitar pedals still have good buttons because they're still using the same hardware, more or less, Blaholson says. Of course, fancier keyboards, yeah, generally speaking. Yes, almost any game is easier to play with controllers keyboard and mouse than touchscreen. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I certainly can't argue with that. Except maybe, like, I don't know, point and click games. Are point and click games easy to play with a touchscreen? I don't know, I've never tried. Fish up 2 has a fish, finally. Oh no, see, I'm out of sync. I'm out of sync, you guys. It's a disaster. Wait a second. Fish 1. Fish 1. Okay, I just didn't change it yet. Fish 1 was this water. Okay. So fish 2. Okay. Fish 1 was this water. No, fish 1. Fish up 1 was this water, which is water 2. Fish up 3. Yeah, this is where we get messed up. But we can cheat it. It's going to be fine. I can just delete whatever's going on here. Yep. And I don't actually like that 1 pixel that's right there, so I'm going to get rid of that. Idiocracy says, revealing that she plays a rogue. Julia inadvertently admits to being an invisible pervert hiding inside changing rooms. No, I just like being left alone. That's like my favorite thing. I love to be invisible. I don't ever like to be the center of attention anywhere. I just want to blend in. And that's the truth of it. Okay, so that's fish up 1. We got to change the fishing line again. No, Jim makes seems no. You don't worry about getting opinionated and ranty about UI UX stuff. Don't ever stream when it's too late. No, you're being totally fine. Absolutely. Deluxe Talk says, as I've gotten older, I've migrated towards playing really large, tanky characters and RPG type things. And that's really fascinating because I find that, the type of character I play in those types of games, I'm very much informed by, like, my own personal experience. Like, in any role-playing game I've ever played, World of Warcraft is the only, like, online MMO RPG that I've ever played. And in any type of RPG, I always play like a small, fast, dexterous, agile character. I never play like a big tanky character, or something that like a magical character. I love the characters that can have a high crit chance. Their hits might not be that strong, but they have a high crit chance, so that they're like smart about where they're hitting or something. And that's always the kind of character I tend to play, because I guess that's how I like to see myself. If I was in that type of world, that's the kind of character I'd want to be, and most likely the kind of character I would be, considering, you know, just what I'm like in real life. Remember when phones would beep every time you pressed anything? Beep, beep, beep. I actually really like that. It makes games. There's something about the beep, beep, beep that is I don't know. There's something appealing to it. Although to be fair, I do turn off that noise for like texting and stuff. So maybe I don't like it as much as I thought I did. But it feels like you're in a space station when stuff beeps. Fish up to. Oh, okay, there's a Steam controller before the Steam Deck that never took off. You have one and it's actually pretty good. Huh. Oh, so seriously, we've got some fans of the Steam controller in chat, even though it's been discontinued. Idiocracy asks, how did you end up deciding on your once a week stream? Is that what you feel is good balance between communicating with your audience and the hit to productivity that streaming causes? Um, yeah, I think pretty much it was just kind of a natural thing. I think, um, a natural decision. I never really consciously decided how many times a week I would stream, but yeah, it does feel like it's that balance for me. It's a way I can keep it. I can keep it like regular, but yeah, it's definitely a productivity hit. But it's nice to just have like a weekly, like a standing meeting with you guys. Yeah, like, so the fish are completely wrong now, but it's really not a huge deal. It's an easy save, an easy fix. Jimmy seems always plays a spellcaster, and that person 122 has always enjoyed playing a healer, and it's really cool to see how what people gravitate toward. Um, and what that says, what that could potentially say about your personality and things like that. And I don't think it says anything good about my personality, but the fact that I always gravitate toward those types of rogue characters. What I think it means is that I'm very competitive and I'm very selfish and um, individualistic. Okay, so that's water. Good. I did do the right water. Yeah, so I don't think it says anything that flattering about my personality. But anyway. Okay. Did do the fish line as well. Yes, I did. Deluxe Likes used to love playing smart characters like mages and engineers, but you got tired of futzing about with tedious buffs and consumables. Deluxe Text is not here for productivity. I'm here for pretty pixels and social interaction. We are getting some amount of work done here, which is great. I think my animations take a lot less time than the actual art, so that's kind of helping. Blaholton says, I like to either play sneaky characters or tanky characters because I'm a coward who is afraid to get hurt. That's another thing. I'm a coward. I'm a coward too. That's why the sneaky character. That's why, I like being invisible. Super good. The best. Fish up 4. Good. So is he still reeling? That's another thing I gotta look up. Fish up 3. So he's not reeling anymore. So I'm gonna stop. Um, I think is he not reeling yet? Oh no, he is still reeling. How about fish? Next fish. Okay, no. So at this point, the fish has stopped moving. So I'm gonna not cycle through the fishing line animation anymore. So let's do that. Oh, Idiocracy asks, you mentioned it in your interviews, having tried many years to work as an artist. If a hypothetical artist had money as the highest priority, what would their best avenue likely be, like a graphic design type job at some company? Yeah, if you wanted to make a living in visual arts and money was your highest priority, it's really difficult to find in-house work as an illustrator. So graphic design would probably be your best option if you can get it. If you could get like a job doing graphic design for at a graphic design firm that has clients like banks and the government and stuff. So if you could find a graphic design firm that has like super regular customers, yeah, like huge customers like banks. So you could like basically do graphic design of their annual reports and brochures and stuff, and like government expense reports and stuff like that. So you wouldn't be doing art necessarily, you would be doing graphic design, which is not the same thing, but if you're just looking for money in something that has to do with the visual skills you might have picked up in school, that's probably the best way and the easiest way to make money that way, potentially. Jim X Games, have a lovely night. Happy Crimson Tuesday. March the 2nd, number 2, Futska. Yeah. But yeah, that's a really good question. Idiocracy, I'm going to try to think more about that. Like, what is the best way to make money as an illustrator? Maybe, oh, you know what? It could be maybe doing storyboards. Storyboards could be a good way too. And storyboard artists are paid to, like sequence out for like movie or television or commercials, things like that. Storyboard could be a good one too. Fish up 3. So this fish up, oh yeah, I was going to do this one. I haven't saved this yet. So if for an artist, that probably would be the case. Fish up 4. Deluxe Touch says, also, if an RPG lets me play as a really old lady, I frequently take that option. I talked about this with Jim X Games, because he has several old lady options in Guildmaster, if I recall correctly. That's awesome. Yeah, so what kind of abilities do the old lady type characters have? I would imagine like a high social and charisma scores. We tried to cover a few different character types. Jim X Games, that's awesome. Blaholson said, if you only want money, I think the thing to do is scam people with NFTs. That's the whole point. Idiocracy asked, did you investigate that kind of corporate graphic design at all, or did it require skills you felt were not your strengths? I did not. I did not investigate corporate graphic design. I have friends who do storyboards. And so I feel like if I was really focused on making money, and not about like whatever would satisfy me most creatively, I probably would have segued into storyboards, because I do have friends that do those. But I'm not a fast artist, as anyone who's been at the art streams for any number of months or streams can attest to. I'm not a fast artist, and what it would be a lot of like working fast and producing work that I probably wouldn't be all that proud of. But there is work there in that for sure. And Toronto actually has a really good television and movie industry here. There's a lot of special effects houses. So yeah, I mean, that's definitely an option, and not one I really explored, because yeah, I kind of could sense that wasn't going to be for me. Although yes, I've had talks with artist friends about that, and offers to like even say, oh, want to try to see how you would do with it and stuff, and I'm like, no, I don't think that would be what I could do well or be happy with. Goemon Simon says, my heart goes out to all storyboard artists fighting for higher pay. More is expected of them now than ever before. Yeah, in the arts, it's tough. It's really tough to make a living, for sure. But, I mean, if there's anything that I would have been most likely to try, it would have been that. Fish up. This fish up next. This fish. And I just want to keep, because I'm a little bit distracted, I just want to make sure that I've cycled the water through again, which I have. Okay. Yes, Mousema says, I heard medical pharma field pays for graphic design well because advertising makes a huge difference there. Yeah, so, if you could get employed at a graphic design firm which has big medical pharma clients, banking clients, government clients, where the work is super steady, yeah, absolutely. That would be a really good way to use some visual skills, not necessarily be illustrating, but use some of those visual skills. Although in Ontario, there might be a need or a desire of employers for you to become a registered graphic designer. They don't have that professional designation in other provinces, I don't think. But a registered graphic designer, I think, is like another 4-year program. I had some graphic design courses in school because they wanted to teach us how to be self-sufficient and be able to promote ourselves by designing our own business cards and our own websites and our own postcards and all that stuff. But it's not the same as getting like a 4-year degree in graphic design, for instance. And so I'm not sure how much companies in like graphic design, big graphic design firms in Ontario would be looking for that RGD like designation, like for professional qualification or not. Ooh, someone did a thing. Give me 1 second. Oh wow, day 4, thanks for the resub. 16 months, that's almost 17 months. Fantastic. Awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much for being here, for sticking around. Jessica Jeffy says Toronto VFX is booming. Yes. Yeah, I think they've been opening some new stuff. Some big companies have been opening up VFX houses in Toronto. There's already well-established VFX houses in Toronto. There is stuff like The Handmaid's Tale is done in Toronto. They do VFX for that, I think, here. Vikings, which was an Irish-Canadian co-production. A lot of their special effects were handled in Toronto. Yeah, it's a huge industry here, actually. So maybe I could have like gotten into some of that. Who knows? And yeah, I mean, also thinking about we had guest Jim Maxwell was on one of the streams a while back, and he uses Photoshop. He uses like not Photoshop Creative Cloud even, but he uses a Photoshop version. When he works on like matte painting and stuff for shows like Vikings and other stuff. So that's definitely a thing that you can do here in Toronto. So potentially that as well. So maybe I could have looked into that. Although I didn't have like direct friends that were in that industry, but I'm friends of friends. I think we're connected there. Oh, Jessica Jeffy says the company I work for does Handmaid's Tale VFX. All Toronto VFX companies are always hiring right now, and I would imagine a lot of that stuff can be done like work from home, which would be kind of amazing. So yeah, I just maybe I could have looked into that too. Also, there's like there's animation happening in Toronto as well. I have friends who work in like the animation stuff that happens in Toronto, like rigging characters, lighting, lip sync, all that stuff. So that's another thing I could have explored potentially as something where I would be more of doing more like art related things that might not necessarily have been straight up illustration. Jessica Jeffy says we are 100% work from home, as are most other Toronto VFX companies. So important now more than ever to do work from home for sure. So that's really, 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 really good, Jessica Jeffy. Very, very, very good that you have that option. So yeah, there's some opportunities now. And more now than I think when I first got out of college. But yeah. Who knows? Maybe I'll find myself there at some point. Voice says currently 80% work from home, and the 20% in office is a huge waste of time. Yeah, so a lot of the government workers in Ontario were doing work from home for quite some time, and just on the news today they were saying how they're going to be sending them back to work as of April 4th, 3 days a week, and with a plan of putting them, working more in the office. And I don't think that's very popular. Although they did say, a study said that productivity has gone down. They're, like, workers are 20% less productive when they work from home, which I'm very skeptical about because I've seen a raft of other studies that have said the complete opposite. Mousemas, remote work almost 10 years now. Oh my gosh. Mousemas, you lucky duck. Good for you. Jeez. Yeah, I say as much, but I've been doing remote work for, more than 10 years as well. Fish up 6. Okay, so we have our different segments here. So we're going to import them into AGS. We're not even gonna test this. We're just gonna put it in, and if it doesn't work, it'll be hilarious. Oh my god, this is gonna be a disaster, isn't it? What am I doing? What am I thinking? Oh, Grindislav also 10 plus years work from home. Maximus after 10 years of office grinding. Dalhausen says all the work I've ever done has been from home. Oh my gosh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It's going to work perfectly first time. It's going to be a disaster, and it's going to be hilarious, you guys. And I'm already trying to think in my head how to fix the problems I will undoubtedly I'm anticipating problems. I'm trying to say, how do I fix these problems that haven't even happened yet? It's going to happen. As long as each of these sequences isn't a multiple of 3, and they cycle properly, they will sync with the river. So I got to keep that in mind. You have faith. You bet fish on fisherman's face. There will be ways to fix this. Farajaka, by the way. Chris Gwynn, howdy, good to see you. Yeah, we're just about to get into Adventure Game Studio, actually. We're going to go into the intro area here. So you can see a lot of the assets I have here. So I did have a fisherman that I was using for this, and now we can see some of the other stuff that's here. So we're going to import a sprite from a file. It's going to be a disaster. It's going to be a hilarious disaster, everybody. Oh my gosh. Okay, so first up is stream. So this stream one we'll cycle through it a few times. It'll be just the stream and him in the stream. So I'm going to do one just to set it up. And there's going to be no transparency. Import the whole image. And I'm going to quick import the other sprites. So it should quick import them the way I want them to be. 10 plus years for you as well. Fantastic. Is he fishing for red herrings? He is fishing. It's funny because it is a herring, but it's not a red one. And we're going to go to views. So there is a view already for fishermen here. So I'm going to preserve this. I'm just going to create a different loop for it. Because I don't know, I might want to go back to that for whatever reason if I break something horribly. Intro stuff. Intro 1. So here's our guy. And what's nice about Adventure Game Studio is when you create a new frame, it kind of automatically cycles to the next image in that frame. So you can see image here is 5270. The next one is 5271. Next one is 5272, which is a really nice quality of life thing. We see the preview of loop 1. It starts at 0. So here he is. This is our preview of our guy just standing in the river. Oh, Theropod's team has been streaming Sanitarium. They've been finding hidden red herrings in each of the chapters. I've never played Sanitarium. It looks too scary for me. Yeah, it's a nice feature as long as you have linear animation, Bill Holtzen, for sure. So that's why it's important in AGS, when you're saving files, is to save them in sequence. Yes, yeah, that person wanted to. Yeah, I love this about AGS. They do a nice job with this. Yeah, whenever you want to reuse a frame, yeah, it becomes less convenient, but then, you could... you can insert a frame before this, a frame after this, all that stuff. So it's there, but it's nice because, especially if you've got a really long animation. Oh, you know what? You guys can see this, right? Okay, cool. So I'm going to create a new... I'm just going to create everything, because when I created these two different ones, Fisherman Catch, And fisherman, here I didn't realize I could just use the same view and just use the different loops for other purposes, because this was a long time ago. But yeah, so let's import the rest of this stuff. And I'm going to do it in order so I don't get myself confused. Quick import sprites. We're going to quick import. The next one is the aha stuff. So there's 3 frames of aha. Sanitarium, Grandislav says sanitarium is a weird one. The tone is all over the place. Is it scary? Okay. So Deluxe Talk says, I don't think scary would be close to the top 10 adjectives I would use to describe that game. That's comforting, I guess, but I mean, if they're I remember the marketing for it and it seemed pretty scary, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing that it isn't. Idiocracy asks, does any part of you want to work as an artist at an established gaming company, or does that idea turn you off completely? Is the indie route the only path that works for Julia? Another really good question. Yeah, I have worked with other companies, but like small companies. So yeah, Strange Scaffold. I did the art for Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator. That's Oliver Nelson, and a small team was like 5 or 6 people. So definitely not a big company. I love working with small groups like that, small teams. I've never worked for a huge company. I wouldn't mind working as an artist for a huge company, I don't think. It would be a nice experience to have. I can't really speak to it because I've not done it. I would love to see what that is like. But not a place where I'd have to go in. Not a place where I have to go to a place and sit in a chair and breathe their air. That's not appealing to me. It never was, even less so now. No, it doesn't turn me off completely. If I can work remotely, I wouldn't. Yeah, I think it'd be great to work to get that experience to work in a team like that. But maybe it probably would be a full-time gig. And if it was like full-time, like the thing is when I'm working with the Strange Scaffold or other things like the Playdate stuff, it was all contract. It was all very like short-term stuff. So I mean, I was even working on Crimson Diamond while the time I was working on that stuff. But if it was like a full-time remote thing, it would be tough for me to also work on my other stuff potentially. Although I might try it for a bit and see if I can make that work. I've never really had that full-time art commitment ever, week to week and year in year out. It might interfere too much with what I do. In fact, I wonder if Grindeslav is still here, what he thinks, if he'd ever consider doing some aspect of game design or art or writing or anything for a big company, if you'd be employed full-time at a place like that. Because I do really love making my own schedule. It's the freedom of that is really hard to give up. But also getting money regularly is also kind of attractive. Black Holton says, is Sanitarium the one where the team decided to do all the ideas because they couldn't pick? Yeah, so here is our fisherman, the second part of our loop with the fisherman where he's gotten hold of the fish and now it's moving around. So that's another 3, so that's good. Okay, Grindeslav says, on the surface it looks scary, but it gets pretty ridiculous, Sanitarium does. Oh, love the Julia's game placeholder art. Yeah. That was for the very, very, this probably is why the game could be smaller. But yeah, I've got a lot of like old stuff in here. For sure. Sometimes I don't even replace it. Sometimes I just create something new and just change the information. So that's aha. So we have reeling up to 7. So this is going to be a problem because the reeling is 7. So I think the animation will be 9. Right? Does that work? Does the math work on that? Dave Voice says small teams rule. Deluxe Tech says, I don't think Xavier has released a game yet this week. Is he losing his touch? Yeah, Dave Voice says, when you have too many people for a small team, you should have 2 small teams. Black Holton says, I think something that, one Short Eyes video on Sanitarium said they just did all their ideas. Marsman says, if you could just make this change, dot dot dot, that would be great. Corporal life. Idiocracy says, besides the obvious COVID factor, why do you have such an aversion to going into a shared office? You don't seem like a germaphobe going by your attendance to conferences. Yeah, I'm not a germaphobe for sure. Um, going into a shared office, it's more like that's that set schedule, like getting up, going to a place, being there, and having to, so there's the commute. There's that like very rigid schedule of when I can be up in the morning, when I, will have to leave and all that routine. That part is the part that I have an aversion toward more. Um, I've never like yeah, I mean that the and also yeah, I'm not really too much of an outgoing. Well, it's funny for me to say, but I am not much of an outgoing person like socially. And I think working in an office, especially if I'm trying to be creative, would be really distracting. When I was in college, we had a room where we all had our own desks where we could work, and like a big huge desk, big huge surface where we could do whatever we want and draw and stuff. I would And some people would hang out there all the time, do their work there and stuff. I never worked there. I found it really distracting to have all these people in this big room, and I just would go back to where, back to my place that I was renting, and I had my own little desk, and I felt much more comfortable focusing and working in a place that was just me in a controlled environment and quiet. So that's another concern for me is I don't know how well I'd be able to do good work in an environment that's just like this. It's all chaos. So that's so yeah, I've got a lot of reasons like beyond like the whole germaphobe thing beyond COVID, that reasons why I really wouldn't want to work in an office. Grindeslov says, I feel like at this point, no, I wouldn't want to be a small cog in a giant machine. So that was in response to, would Grindeslov, who is of course a solo game dev and has been for years, would he be interested in working like in a big company, doing whatever like game design or art or anything like that? And you like having majority creative control on your projects. Me too, Grindeslov, absolutely. And I love having all those pieces just fit together in a beautiful way. So let's do this reeling animation. Of course, now I forget what number I need. So hold on. This one is 5275, so I need 5276. Okay. Yes, Blaholzen can definitely relate to that part of why you weren't good at school. Blaholzen, was it the commute or just that distraction factor? Of course, it was great to have that communal room where we had desks that we could work at because it was social. It was social. And I did manage to make friends somehow in school, even though I was a complete shut-in, and I just worked like all the time in my own room. I still managed to make friends, and it's so important to make friends at that point because there are people that I still know to this day that are in other types of industries that are related. And yeah, maybe one of those people I could say, hey, I would want to, like, can I try doing storyboard? Do you have any connections there? Or do you have any like extra work? Or, like the animation stuff, like, oh, maybe you can show me how I can do rigging or something. Maybe that's something else I could do. So all those connections to other people, like friends, super valuable connections to make in college. Marsman says routine breeds discipline, though it's not all bad. This is also very true. Very true. I have a lot of self-discipline though. I'm not. I have enough. Deluxe Touch does not miss commuting. Bumblebee Bat, by the way, good to see you in chat. Yeah, people having a meeting at their desk. I hate that. Can't focus at all. Yeah, some people play their radio without any headphones and. Headphones, there you go, Massimo says, headphones, the last bastion of freedom in an open office. Yeah, that person 122 says, I completely agree with you. I find it so difficult to work on tasks during classes. It's too chaotic, and I can't focus at all. And this is our reeling up. So this is his reeling without the fish coming up animation, so that's working okay. But I do feel like I'm going to have to add on the end. This has to be a 9, right? We decided. 5276 again. So you can enter the number in here, 5276. Oops. And 1, 2, so that'll be 9. So this will be the whole loop. It's going to be a loop of 9. Oh wait, why does it stop? Oh, because this... Uh-oh, okay, that's a problem. It's stopping because oh crap. It's stopping because the last one and the first one are the same. Wait, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 50, 76, 77, 76. So what's happening is we want this to cycle perfectly. So 8 has this kind of a water. Yeah. So the water in this and this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out 5276 with 5278. How's that going to make it? Oh, crap, 5278. Let's run that. Oh, it does still do that stop at the end. 76, 77, 78, 79. What if I make this 79? Why is the water not moving at the end? Is that not the one that's the problem? No. Yeah, it's pausing every time. Why is that? Hold on. Oh, Edmund Detour, good to see you. Welcome back. Edmund Detour doesn't like working in an office either, even remotely, but the bills of American health insurance need to be paid somehow. Yes. Also, hello. Yes, hello. Bill Kuhn says, I've always had engineering office jobs. I actually have found I like the work. As far as office desks themselves, I never thought I would say this, but I actually prefer cubicles the most. They are the perfect middle between privacy and feeling in community and the people working around you. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Like, some people do want to go back to the office to work, and I totally understand that. We're not all the same kind of, shut-in type folk, and I think it's an important aspect. Certainly, a lot of jobs as well. Increased delay. Okay, yes. Gusto's 247. Yeah, a duplicate frame. So right now, this is the 3 that I have. Actually, no, it's a 6, isn't it? It's a 6. So there's the 6, right? Oh, it's a 7 actually. It's a 7. Oh, that's the problem. Okay. It's this last one. 5282 is the problem. I forgot to move the water in 5282. Yeah. 5282. Let's increase the delay just to make sure. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, here. So one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, between 6 and 7. But 6. Agreed. No water move. Yeah, no water move. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So between. So it seems the problem is the water isn't moving between these two, which is the problem. If I'm really bothered by this, though, I can just make this. There's nothing stopping me from just using this as the cycle, because that's 6. So the problem was between 5282, which was, going back to this, you can find a sprite by number, 5282, 6 and 0. So this one was Reel 7. Okay. Reel 7. This is reel 7. And 7. If I really wanted to make sure this was perfect, I could just make it a 9-frame animation instead of trying to smart my way out of it. Idiocracy asked, does any World of Warcraft boss come to mind as being particularly memorable or fun? Maybe an incident of overcoming a boss that previously wiped your party several times. Yeah, there's a lot of really fun encounters. There are a lot of fun encounters. Oh my gosh, was it Karazhan? Oh, but was it Karazhan that had that thing called we called it the safety dance because the boss had a floor? And maybe it wasn't Karazhan. Anyway, and someone hopefully in chat will remember, any other World of Warcraft players, there was a raid where there was like a warlock boss or something, and he had this tiled floor that he would make like instant death to like certain tiles and stuff, and everyone had to like run from one tile to the other. That was ridiculous. That was a lot of fun. Well, it matched the water animation in the main picture. Mouse Miss, now you're thinking. You're thinking. Now here's the problem. Ultimately, that's the problem. People seem really happy with Final Fantasy XIV right now, Dave says. Yeah, I've never played a Final Fantasy game, so I can't profess. Hygen the Uncouth and Naxxramas. Thank you, Idiocracy. Hygen the Uncouth. Hygen the Unclean and Naxxramas. Yes. That fight was ridiculously fun. With and lag and latency and stuff, even more fun. Oh, Elden Ring, Musmus was watching. Looks intriguing. Yeah, it's like I know that it's getting rave reviews, but I just know it's not for me, so I'm not even considering. I haven't looked at any gameplay because I just know I can't do it. Okay, so we're gonna have to do this smartly. Okay, smartly, you guys, smartly. So we know the water cycle is every 3. So here is reel 7. Reel 7 is the same as reel 1. Is that the problem? Yes, reel 7 and reel 1 are the problem. Yes, because they have the same water. I can tell in the knees. You're only almost tempted by Elden Ring Valhalla. Yeah, I saw actually, speaking of talking to women about video games, yeah, I saw Jonathan Holmes was tweeting about this, about how, you know, Elden Ring is getting all these rave reviews, right? And like Metacritic, crazy Metacritic score and everything. But if you don't like that type of a game, you're not going to like the game. It doesn't matter how good it is. So I know I'm not going to enjoy it because I don't play like very hard games like that. And so no matter how good it is, I know it's not for me. Conversely, there can be a game that doesn't get reviewed very well, but if I like that kind of game, then I'm going to just think it's amazing. Idiocracy says, sorry if you've been asked this already, but how did you meet Dan for your music? How did it come about that he did work for your game? It was all like Facebook, because I'm part of something called the Classic Gamers Guild on Facebook, and it's a Facebook group that loves like old like adventure games and stuff like that. And Dan's on it, I'm on it, so that's kind of how we met. Okay, so here's the thing. So I realistically should have made this a 9. I wasn't thinking about this cycle. So I think this should work if I add. So we're going to do that. We're going to add extra cycles to the reeling. So this was 7. 7 had water. 7 did have water 1, so that's good. We're going to backwards engineer this. Reel. Okay. Okay, so. And so it's 1. So the reel goes back to the reel cycle. So what part of the reel cycle is this one on? I gotta find this frame again. Okay, so. It's the one where he's got it extended. Reel. I'm looking at his elbow crease. Nope. Okay. Nope. It's this one. Okay, so here's the frame of real... This is the real 7 frame as it is here. So what we need to do is we need to go to the next one. Here. We need to advance the water. Hold on, I gotta just stare at these pixels for a while, because I could have sworn. So this is 1. That's the one I... Okay, so this is the water it needs to be. Okay, so we're gonna... This will be reel 8. This one. So let's load that selection up again. Yes, exactly. Idiocracy 9 because it's a clean multiple of 3 frame of water. Yes, exactly. Which I should have been thinking about initially, but I wasn't. Oh yeah, also the line. I gotta make sure the line moves too, the fishing line. So fishing line, as long as it doesn't really matter in what sequence the fishing line is, as long as it's different from the one that's in this frame, which it is. Yes. So that should be fine. So let's do that. Reel 8. Reel 8. And then reel 9 will be the following. Oh, I just called it reel 9 because I'm... Have you ever done that where you're talking and you're trying to type something but you end up just typing what you said? Reel 8. Oh, 10:02. So we're doing well. I'm hoping we'll have this fully done by 10:30 and then we can we can get into some last half of darkness. Maximus, tip for next time: start reels from 0, not 1, like frames in ATS. Also very, very smart. Very smart. Let's do this. We'll do the next reel here. And actually, did the line also change? It didn't. Okay, so I had to change the line myself. Fishing line, this one. Actually, I'm going to skip over that one because it was just the one we saw. Actually, no, I'll just go with a completely different one, be safe. Okay. This is going to be 9. Give me 1 second and I will acknowledge whatever. Oh, N30. Oh no. Well, thank you for the raid. I'm just trying to remember how to pronounce your name. Neo Venom. Thank you, Neo Venom. Thank you for the raid. Awesome. Okay, thank you. Fantastic. Yeah, we're just we're doing this really ridiculous animation of this fisherman. Okay, so now here we're gonna do this. Import sprite from file. Reel 8. No transparency, and reel 9. Yes, thank you. Yeah, we're going to do this for a bit longer. We're going to finish up this animation. Hopefully we can implement it, and then we're going to play Last Half of Darkness. I don't know if it's the last half of the Last Half of Darkness, but I'm really pleased with how well I've done so far with no walkthrough. Yay, raid! Yeah, just in time for the completed animation, so let's do this. Okay. So this was 5282, so this should be Moment of Truth. Yeah, that works. That flows. All right, good. So that's that last loop. Victory. The Last Half of Darkness series is actually pretty fun. Fractal Mike, you've played all of them. And so this one was the previous loop was. What was? Oh, this was just him with the fish in the water, and the other one is him just standing there. Okay. Oh, you played them last October. Oh, for Halloween? Last, Fractal Mind Mike? Okay, I think... Oh, and the last loop we have to do is, reeling the fish up. So let's import those. Oh my gosh. What if this... Okay. What if this doesn't match up? It'll be fine, right? 6. This is actually 6. Did we do that on purpose? Is water gonna match? It should, because these are all 3 cycles in 3s. Theoretically, it should work. Oh my gosh. What have I done? I'm sure there was a smarter way to do this. I just didn't do it that way. I didn't do it the smart way. Okay. So, this was 5284, so the next one will be 5285. Is this just going to be awful? When I put these all together, it's going to be a nightmare. Okay. Last loop is the aha loop. So that's our man. Judge Khan, hello, welcome back. Yeah, is water going to match? Jeez. Okay, here... Okay. Here's the room. Here's what it looks like. It doesn't look like anything. It's just a bunch of stuff. As you can see, there's a bunch of assets from the rest of the, It just looks like a mess. Just disregard. Okay. So... Where do we have... Okay, so here's the river. Here's the original view, where the river's animating on repeat. We've got the fisherman visible. Fisherman set view is 132. Which I believe is where what it should be. Fisherman view. Yeah, so this is 132. Great. Okay. So Crimson Ontario. What happens? So I'm nervous. Okay. Well, counter. So I actually did a counter here, where that fisherman animation happens 3 times. So this must have been me doing that before. Okay, so, but instead of it's loop 1 now, so not loop 0. Okay, and after that, he does a pull up. So it's still set view 2 because we actually won't need this then. And animate next would be him pulling it up. Okay. So this is going to be 2. Because we've done them in segments now. Oh gosh. Was there 4? Was there 4 there? So we don't even need this. We're just doing them all in one. Okay, so there's 4. Okay. So here they all are. Some of them I might do repeats, potentially. Oh my gosh. Okay. And the music at the start is loud. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm going to mute it for a second so I can set it. Let's go. Okay. So I'm just going to set the music down to something manageable before I unmute it. Wow, that's so loud. Okay. Oh gosh. It's not gonna work, is it? There's no reason why it shouldn't work. Give me a second. That was right on time. Hold on, let me... Oh, it just might play once, you think? Well, we'll find out. Give me a second. Okay. I'm already famous, yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh, God. Okay. What? This is the wrong guy. Give me a second. That was quick. Okay. Fisherman set view 130. Okay, oh, because the original fisherman is not changed. I did not change the original fisherman. Give me a second. Okay, objects. Oh, fisherman. Okay, we have to change this guy. This guy's Sprite. That was anticlimactic. Okay. He is this first dude. Oh, you know what? I might need to like shuffle him, or where this object is, I might need to shuffle that because now it's a reorg. It's gonna not match up. So this is gonna be really exciting. We're not gonna even get to see the animation yet because I need to like orient him properly. Oh no, don't worry, Blahalton. Yeah, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna keep this on mute because I'm gonna have to do this a lot. Why is it still this one? I thought I changed it. What the heck? Oh, fisherman. Image. Yeah, why does he not look the way he's supposed to look? Okay. Fisherman. Fisherman visible. Fisherman set view. Okay, wait. We can hear it strangely even when you mute it? How is that possible? Oh, thank you, Blaholton, for reporting those bots or whatever they are. Oh god. Okay, give me a second. Okay. Why is he... Oh, maybe... Is he not just in the right baseline? Maybe I need to push him forward. Give me a second. Okay, that could be the problem. Fisherman, baseline, overridden. No, he's still the same baseline. What's going on? Is it yeah, that's the thing, Maximus. I'm wondering if he's baked into the image. So let's just set this to 500. There he is. Is he going to work this time? That's... When I mute the music, there should be no reason that you hear any of it, but maybe you're just hearing it in your mind, your mind's ear. What's going on? Oh, you know what? I probably have to turn him on earlier. Yeah, I think that's the only problem. Okay. Let's turn him on earlier. Yeah, that's the problem. After fade in, we should actually move this stuff higher. But yeah, it sounds nice. OBS capturing game audio. I've just muted my computer, so I don't know why the desktop is. Anyway. You can see the water not matching up. Oh no. We're gonna... The heck? Okay. What baseline is the river at? Maximus says they already don't match up, huh? Okay, a river is... Baseline false. Its baseline is 200. Baseline is 200. The fisherman's baseline I put is 500. Oh, it's not visible? It's not visible from the beginning. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't like his new look. He's set in his ways. Okay. The water's not matching up. It's like my nightmare. Why won't... Things just don't work out. Okay, it'll be fine. Well, the water's not matching. It's not in the right position in the first place. Visible true. Why doesn't he show up when you first... Objects. So that's the fisherman. That's who we're talking about. This is his way or else. Set game speed. Crisp. Could set up an if to make sure the water is on frame that lines up. Yeah. Our primary concern is just he's not showing up at the start, which is bizarre. Why is he not showing up at the start? Oh, you know what? No. This is ridiculous. River. Cephu 132. Oh, you know what? Cephu 132, probably here. I also have to set the loop. So it's like, it's not 0 because that's 0. This is 1. Okay. Let's try that. I'm confident now. There he is. Okay, so now let's just take a note of how far we have to shift stuff over. Let's just do 10 over and 10 down. It's very scientific. We'll get there. Oh, Idiocracy says, Julia, you did not finish your story, but how you and Dan started working together. You met through a retro gaming Facebook group, and then what happened? I think... What? Okay, so we were in the same gaming Facebook group. I think... One of the admins knew that I was looking for a musician and knew Dan, and then kind of connected us. I think that's how that worked. These should be the coordinates of that selection you saved in Photoshop. There's probably, yeah, there's, that's actually a really good idea, Mouse Mister. I did not consider. That I could just use the coordinates there, can't I? Instead of just guessing. Although, guessing... Oh wait, I think I'm 1 pixel too low. Yes. Not bad. Okay. 1 pixel too low? 116 high. Yes. Simon K. 1176, good to see you. Have you ever played any of the old Scholastic Microzine games? They have a similar color palette as what you're using. No. Very cool watching the process. I'm glad you guys can enjoy watching me do things poorly and struggle. But yeah, I'm glad to be here. Scholastic Microzine. Scholastic Microzine. Okay, thank you. I think this might work. Okay. How long does it take from making a change in AGS to running the game? Not long. Really not long. Okay. I don't even want to look anymore, you guys. Yeah, it's not. It's not. So I think. Well, first of all, it might. Are they even at the same animating at the same rate? Let's look at that first. So this delay is 4. Because one might be just faster than the other potentially. Okay, so the river is 465. So let's take a look at that view. intro. 465. Intro river. So this delay is at 5. I don't know if this has anything to do with anything, but why don't we just put that to match up in time. And let's see if there's anything in the code that dictates how fast things are going. So the river is at 15. Delay of 15 here. Okay. So when I'm animating the fisherman is animating at 10. Right. So if I make this 10, that might match up better. Oh wow. And Simon K 1176, those are online as well. That's amazing. Amazing. Okay. So now that we have everything at the same, see, and even here the fisherman is at different timings. So let's just do this. Is going to be too fast, but let's just see if everything is at the same time. If everything animates at the same time, just do they sync up better? Okay. Well, obviously that has to go. He's just here though. He gets to stay. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. It worked. It worked. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the baseline back to 225 because there's a reason it was at 225 because stuff goes in front of it eventually. Okay, and let's test it at that. Yes. Oh, well, 20 to 30 different game. That's amazing. 20 to 30 game packs for Microzine. Oh my gosh. Yes, I've heard great things about that Fighting Fantasy series of books too, and I'm very curious about those. Yes, Glow One. Just have the fisherman all the way through the intro. He is that good. But yeah, let's just. I put him back to his original baseline. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, Bilkin says Microzine was an electronic magazine by Scholastic for the Apple II, as in it was a periodic floppy disk publication that had the games on the discs. Oh, I love stuff like that. Okay. Right. Yeah, I think I will do a bit of a... That's a bit, what I'm going to probably do is I'm going to do another thing where it cycles a couple times after the fish comes out, because I know we mentioned doing that. So I'm going to just... I'll do the same thing as here. Well, you know, if I'm really lazy, I wouldn't even do this programming trick with the counters. I wouldn't even do that. I'm probably, if I'm so lazy, I'm probably going to just duplicate the frames here. Yeah, so where it waves. Oh, you know what? Can I even do that? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, 5, 6. So there's 3 frames where the fish is out of the water. 1, 2, 3. So theoretically, if I just copy these sets of frames and I just use them again, then that should work, right? 5287. 52.87. Have the fish swinging for a little longer. I don't know why it doesn't seem like it's doing that. Hold on, let me stop. That's better. Got out of sync at the end, the last frames. Well, this one's not meant to, oop, crap, I just compiled. Which takes a little longer, it's not a big deal. It's not meant to loop perfectly, this one. Yeah, we'll see next run. Idiocracy asked, did you ever read The Lone Wolf or Grey Star, the Wizard Choose Your Own Adventure books? They were aimed for more teenager or mature audiences, kept track of hit points and items, and were difficult to win. No, I've never played those in Idiocracy. I've only ever had the original Choose Your Own Adventure books. From Moby Games, Bill Kuhn says, Microzine was an educational disc-based magazine published by Scholastic between 1983 and 1992. Each issue generally contained a simple adventure game, often with a choose-your-own-adventure style. Fantastic. It was off against the water? Okay, let's see. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I think, oh, right, yeah, there was this frame that shouldn't be there. Yeah, you're right. That's better. Yeah, that totally works. Okay, good. Good. Thank you. Good eye. Yeah, there was a frame where the fish went back in the water. That wasn't good. But I think it's smooth now. Yeah, and now I just have to check to make sure that when the next scene, when the next scene happened, it overwrote the fisherman. Wow, Judge Khan's got a choose-your-own-adventure book called Shadow of the Swastika. It's exactly like it sounds. I wonder if that one's worth a lot. Oh, whoops. Why did it... Did I do it again? Did I make the same mistake twice? Oh, yeah, here it is. Funny how you can't notice in the preview. Wow, this is almost perfect timing because I realize sometimes I talk really quickly because I kind of slurred that whole first part of that sentence where I said this is almost. This is actually good timing. So the fish... Fine, right? That's fine, right? Still out of sync. When the fish goes out of the water and the right water edge is off. Let's take a look. Keep an eye on the right edge sprite of the water. Okay, here we go. I'm wondering if it's like a weird lag thing that's happening. Could be the exposition. Could be. Maybe we don't have it right on the money. And I can check that. So let's check to make sure he's actually written perfect spot. When we can go to Photoshop and compare the two screens. Because yeah, it might not, even though it looks pretty good with the water and everything, it could be that it isn't in that perfect spot. So we'll just take a look. And then after that, last half of darkness. I might as well, yeah, just clean up a few things here too. So let's find some landmarks. Okay, so that's where the join is at the edge of this cattail. Yeah, I'm not sure if it looks... Hold on, let me switch it to the exact water that is in this current thing here so we can hopefully... Okay. Take a screen grab and overlay. Yeah, why not? It's probably... Just from here. Oh. It's huge. Oh my gosh. Can I just... No, I can't even just resize this to 320 by 200. I just answered my own question. Oh, I don't know, Mosmus, what did you mean? That's not what you meant. This is probably not better than whatever you had in mind. This is probably gonna be a disaster. Everything's just a bit too big. Oh boy. This is getting too small. This can't be a better method. This is ridiculous what I'm doing. Oh, you know what? I muted myself, so I can't even hear the music. Yeah, I need to scale up pixel perfect. I'm not going to. Disaster. I'm just gonna use my eyeball. Okay. Yeah, this is the piece that Dan composed. Okay. So we know. Let's see where that join is. Load selection. Okay. Because I actually do feel like we did a really good job matching that. Yeah, I think it's right on. I think it's right on. Looking at this rock area, where that join is. Here. So the X looks good. Yeah, so what is it exactly? What is it that stands out in that water? Let's take another look. I think it's fine. I think sometimes it lags. Might be because I am streaming at the same time, but I stared at it pretty good that time, and I actually think it worked out. Different water frames? If it was a different water frame, it would look a lot more obvious, I think. But let's take another look. Oh, I have two kinds of music on now. Okay, it definitely looks like the water frame. Blaholton also thinks the water frame. Okay, let's take another look. Okay. Let's take another look. Okay. Careful, careful looking. Okay. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I can slow down the animation in AGS as well. Slow down the animation in AGS, not 10. Okay, yeah, that might be... That'll be the next thing we try. Okay, we'll do that. So right now everything is animating at 10. We can do that, we can make it 40. Let's see about that. Alright, let's take a look. And I cannot pause the intro. Well, maybe I can, I don't know. But yeah, I've slowed down the animation, so hopefully whatever we might be seeing will be more obvious. Okay. Yeah, so there is... Yeah, there is... It looks like it isn't lining up. So you guys have better eyes than I do. Because I can see the join. Yeah, it's way out of sync now. Yeah, I don't know why it's... So that's really different. And I did change all of these to the same speed. Did all of them get set? So here is river, fisherman. Did I catch them all? Oh no, sorry, I didn't catch one. Never mind. I didn't change all the numbers to 40. Yes, you're right. Mousimus. Okay. Yeah. So I just changed I didn't change the fisherman, the first fisherman thing into 40. So now everything should be fine. Okay, here we go. I think it looks good. Maybe that... Okay, here. Yeah, here. In the fish reeling up segment. Yeah. So this part is a problem. Yeah, when the fish comes out. Okay. Okay, we're narrowing it down. Okay, so where the fish comes out. Now, that's in this one. So this one, we can check to see if the water layer got nudged. I don't know. So why don't we just, How would it get nudged? Hmm. Okay, so why don't let's take a look at the original files and see about that. Okay. That or it's the wrong water layer. Okay. So let us compare the very first, the water on this file. So this is the very first shot, and that's of water 1, with the very first shot of fish up, which is 1. And we can stick those on top of each other. Oh, well. So those are 2 different waters. Okay, so maybe this is not the one that is sinking. Okay, let's open up water 2 as stream 2. Okay, stream 2. Did I miss? Yeah, it could be that I didn't do the water properly in the fish up ones. Because these 2 waters, yeah, so I think I didn't do the water properly. I didn't do the water properly in fish 1. Fish 1 has water 2 in it, and it should have water 1, I think. That could be the problem. If we're doing perfect multiples of 3. Which is fine. It's only 3 frames, so we can definitely redo it and compare, and I will keep the original. So, fish up 1. This is fish up 1. This is fish up 1, and I'm now at water 1. So I'm just going to compare. Yeah. So fish up 1 now has water 1. Yeah. Massimo says I could add an extra frame of the line swinging until the water's aligned. What I'm going to try to do is I'm just see if I just miscounted the waters. Okay, so Halton's got a screenshot. Yes, yeah. So, you think it's a nudge. A nudge. It might need to be nudged in one direction or another, potentially. It's because you can see the repeating wave. Nudge would be like 10 pixels. It would be, the thing is, it would be a repeating wave because what I did to make the water move is I just shifted it over for each of those frames. So that's why it would look like a repeating wave, because I did cheat it that way in the original creation. So I'm going to do 2 fish up 1. Because I think that this might be the problem. Fish 2, fish up 2, and then water 2. This might do it, and it's an easy thing to check, so I don't mind doing this. You guys have sharp eyes. I would have just left it as it was, to be honest, because I think I would have thought that it looked fine on playthrough, but after slowing it down, it is pretty clear that something is not right. Oh, you know what? I forgot to change the fishing line on that one. Give me a second. No, don't worry about Halton. Like, you don't. The thing is just it's only because like I made the thing, so I know what what shortcuts I took and why it might look one way to create that effect of a misalignment. I know. I'm really glad you guys are here to like help me and give me good feedback and opinion, and also being able to turn off that really annoying thing. So this is 3 and water Fishing line. 1. 2 fish up 3. Your eyes are like a well-oiled eagle, Flaholton. And in fact, then, this whole sequence of pulling the fish out is going to have to be resequenced with the water. Well, honestly, I think we hit it pretty close that first time, so I'm not that upset. Oh. Oh, that person 122 says, I actually really enjoy the fact that you let us into the process. I've experienced the exact same stuff when making games. Oh my gosh. No, I'm glad. I'm glad that you guys are finding this helpful and interesting, because I'm certainly finding it helpful. 4. So this was a perfect 6, which is kind of nice. Swap the water out again. And you guys can like yell at me and tell me if I've done it wrong again. Here, fishing line, advance. Oh wait, yeah, this is the time when the fishing line doesn't have to advance because it's now all the way up. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, are you saying it's nice to see me work in AGS? AGS, I love it. It is exactly what I needed to do this. 5. In fact, on mine, Mike says, I've never made a mistake in my entire life and have no idea what you're talking about. I make it look like I did it on purpose. Yeah, this is for, instructional purposes. It's also to humanize me, so you guys know I'm not perfect. Okay. Make it like you did it on purpose was a similar quote in French Dispatch, how did you like the French Dispatch mouse miss? Because I haven't seen it and I'm kind of considering watching it. Okay, so now we have our redone frames. We are not going to replace the ones we already have because in a pinch they kind of work. So what I'm going to do is when I import them, I'll put them in a subfolder. Wow, the music is really low, I feel. 2 fish up 1 to 6. Not his best. He should probably wait a bit longer between movies, but still very cool. What is your favorite Wes Anderson movie mouse miss? I quite like, my favorite I think is Royal Tenenbaums. And we're gonna create a new loop for this too, so we don't mess up the loop we already had. Budapest Hotel, they're all different. Yeah, Budapest Hotel, I liked a lot of it. It's not my favorite. I think it's gorgeous, and the music is amazing. Judge Khan really liked Life Aquatic. I also really like Life Aquatic. I've only seen Life Aquatic once. I kind of want to re-watch it. And then 5294. Oops. And 5294. Well, I don't like the fact 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, that's fine, because I do like it shaking out of the water. Okay. Oh, Blahalton loves Grand Budapest Hotel. Focus screen. Opera de ma blonde. I don't remember that reference. Oh, Blaholt, you still have a few of the earlier ones you haven't watched. Ah, often the first one you see you like the most because you discover the style. Oh, of the song in the Left Aquatic? Foggy screen? Let's change this one to 5 and see if that helps us with that problem that we've been having. Oh, the song currently playing. Oh, I'm sorry. Opera de ma blonde? Let us take a look. Yes, you're absolutely right, Foggy Screen. Well done. Well, good ear. Yeah, Bill Holton, I also saw Fantastic Mr. Fox. I kind of didn't care for it. They kind of look like taxidermied animals. And which was kind of creepy. George Clooney was fun. Yeah, I keep forgetting that he was in that. Okay, moment of truth. Is this going to be better or worse than what we had? I love the house so much in Royal Tenenbaums. It's so much like a storybook too, overall the story. Okay, here we go. Oop. Here we go. Moment of truth. Okay. What did you think? Success. Immaculate. How do you do that? I can't even... How do you do the... Is that the... Oh, thank you. Boy, that fish is so cute. Thank you. Thank you for your help, you guys. Oh my gosh. Couldn't have done it without you. Couldn't have done it without you. So, we've done it. We've done it. No, yes, yes, Mouse, you're absolutely right. Let's play it at speed. Which, it might be too fast at 10. I feel like, let's do it at 20, because I think 10 was a bit on the speedy side. Okay. Now let's play it at speed. Okay. Let's see it at 20, with options to further reduce that. I feel so good about how much work we've done tonight. Amazing. And I would have been wrong if I just did this on my own, I swear. I'm not looking at it that closely, and I'm ashamed to admit that. That might still be too slow. Yeah, Mousemas, this scene is done. So all we need to do to connect those two scenes is the fish in the bucket and then this scene. It might still be slow. Let's try it at 10. Let's try it at 10. Oh, good. I'm glad there's a lot to look at. I'm so glad oh, the slower is the better? I want to try it at 10. I'm going to try it at 10. I'm so used to seeing everything in this game on turbo that, but I mean, it's probably better at 20 for drama. I'm glad you guys like how this turned out. I'm so pleased that we got to do that, all of it. And I feel like the next thing we do will be that fish in the bucket, and it's going to be fun because it's a huge fish. I kind of have a reference that I might show you guys for that. Hyperspeed. Let's press that turbo button. See what happens. Yeah, your vote is on a weird, uneven number. Right, let's do this. I like it faster. I actually like that faster because it's almost it has more energy. Faster, better. That speed works. Make it 11. Blaholtzen. Looks great. Prefer faster. What if we made it 9? Yes, you can really feel the river flowing. The fish feels smooth as well. Let's humor Blaholtzen. Let's see it at 11, and then we'll call it a night. Just because 11 will be the thing. I'm so glad I got to finish it tonight with you guys. Fantastic. Blaholtzen, you're a mod, so you got a mod perk. Faster good, but perhaps add an extra loops so you have time to enjoy the art. Aw. If you don't press this, you can kind of see and enjoy the art. Yes, the university shot does get reused. It probably will get reused at the end of the game too. And I probably will, maybe I'll give it a bit more breathing room in the intro. Why is it? Oh my god, I forgot to do one. Oh no. Are you kidding? Oh, I'll let It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Okay. This is the thing. We're gonna. Yeah. So this one won't get reused like later in the game, but the exterior of the university or the museum I will use again. Maybe recolored though. Yay! Yes. So yeah, there's that connecting scene between those. So we're definitely gonna do the fish close up next. It'll be fun to work at that scale. And actually, to be honest with you, when I was being foolhardy and attempting to work even in front of the television, I started work on the whole bucket thing. So I actually have something already started for that. So we can definitely get into that quickly. Oh, fun fact. Sierra AGI games ran at 20 FPS fast or at 10 FPS normal. Nice. But yeah, I feel like that scene we just saw of the finished museum shot could linger more. So I will be thinking about the way this is paced. And this will be fun to do too. Like all this will be nice to see. Like, although I will miss button-eyed Nancy. And let's take another look at the beautiful exterior. Blink and you'll miss it. Second look. Yeah. So working at scale. That wasn't a fish pun. That was completely accidental. This one I'm not looking forward to. Yes, but anyway, the rest of you can see we have plenty more to go. But let's just enjoy Dan's piece. So much work, you guys. So much work to go. But it's nice to have that opening scene done because it'll give people like a good impression before they immediately get into this stuff. But I do plan on doing this as a vignette because I'm thinking about the Dagger of Amon Ra's beautiful vignetted scenes. Yeah, exactly. No need for full detail. Some of this stuff will take longer than others, but definitely the most challenging shot was the one we've already done, which is the museum, which did take the longest. It will take the longest. Yeah, so the rest of this, yeah. I guess why don't we just go through the whole thing, because Dan's music is still playing. Oh, wonderful. Oh my gosh, 11. So we'll probably play, I guess, half an hour of Last Half of Darkness. I'm going to take a bit of a snack break. I'll mute the mic. And then we'll get into it. Did it even loop once yet? Probably not. I can't even tell. Last half hour of darkness, exactly. Excuse me. My selfie camera's out of focus. It does that? Give me a second. Thank you, Bilkun. Yeah, I don't know why this camera... It's a good camera, but it won't focus, which is a funny thing to say. But yeah, I'm just gonna... When I load up the Logitech camera app, it tends to fix it for whatever reason. Well, yeah. If this has looped, it's already done a really good job of hiding that, so kudos to Dan. Yeah, I'm sorry if you guys are interested in reading this. I'm not fond, I don't want to do the rear of this car, but I have to. But at least it's dark. And that's it. That's the whole intro. So there's plenty of, like I said, plenty of work to do. And there's one, after this part, there's the beginning of chapter 1. I don't think the piano sting is here, or the piano bit. I feel like also Albert's walk cycle needs help. Yeah. That's it. Wow, the Logitech camera app is taking forever to load. This is probably all still really blurry. But, Control Tab. Okay. Oh, no, not Control Caps Lock, Control Tab. Fantastic. Okay. So, thank you guys, thank you. Yeah, oh, here it goes. Yeah, you might see like the way the camera, yeah, so yeah, it I don't know, for whatever reason, it'll focus. Silly. Okay. But that was fantastic. I'm going to save what I have now and back it up. So just give me a second, just be on Big Julia view so I can save this and back it up to other important places. What time? Okay. So let me just root through my files here, find it, save it, duplicate it, copy it, all that. And then we will get into last half hour of darkness. Oh, weird. I think I was on the Google Drive the entire time. Potentially. Next week, I haven't asked Dan yet what that's going to look like, if he can come or not to do a combo stream with us. Last music stream was really good because we got to do a new piece that didn't have to loop, which is always nice. A chapter 5 flashback montage. Oh. Where did I hide this file? Oh, here it is. Just want to double check I've got the right one. Perfect. Okay, this is the one. And so we put that in my on my solid state drive and also onto Google Drive. Yeah, Albert's kind of stiff. Yeah, Albert's walk cycle I'm not that happy with, so I probably will eventually go back and fix that, but it's not a high priority at the moment. Cool. Yeah, my computer's just chugging. You know, I should probably just close Photoshop right now, because I think that uses a lot of memory. Okay. Save that. Okay. And. Oh yeah, thank you for sending me the screen cap. Everything is really chugging right now. I can close the music because we're going to be listening to the Last Half of Darkness music, which is almost completely almost non-existent. But I will make sure to shut it down so that you guys are hearing the least of it. The desktop noise. But just give me one sec. I'm going to mute myself so you don't have to hear me eating fruit. But I'm going to do that really quick. Okay. Oh yeah, another quick thing is I wanted to show off a couple like very color coordinated bits I have here. So I've got some nice blue nail polish today. I've got this nice lapis lazuli necklace that I've made, which kind of look like also my nails. So I'm really getting into the matchiness of the red and the blue and stuff. So let's move on to Last Half of Darkness. Yeah, I'm liking the red. The red really, the red sweater really helps. I think I usually wear such dull colors, and that's part of the whole blending in and being invisible thing. That means I am a rogue at heart. Oh yeah, I got to turn down the desktop audio because this game has a few really loud noises. Okay, here we are, and we were at latest. So let's load the game. Oh, did I just saved over my latest, you guys. Classic. Classic. Yeah, I just saved over. Yep. That's okay. Let's go to the second latest one, Candle. Yeah, I have yeah, I have a list here. We're fine. Mostly. Okay. Yeah, and I think latest was just when I was like signing off, so this is probably the most progress we have. But yeah, still kind of unsettling. Okay. We have $6 or points or whatever. We need an access code that has 5 digits. We we have this riddle that's red of liquid, heat of flame, give a drop to become tame. Blossom green of sweet GG, add to red and heat up. Give drop to girl soon dead. Blossom drop with rays of head. Secret lab behind bookcase. Yeah, we can almost afford a coffee with our $6. I don't even know why it's dollars and why that's the point system in this game. But yeah, I don't. So we definitely need to heat this liquid with a flame. Tub is filled with cold water. There's a lot of water in this game. Fluffy white towel. Operate. No? Oh yeah, we have a lockbox. Okay, lockbox. We have a key that doesn't work on the lockbox. Oh, the key was for a door. Yeah. We have a full watering can, an eyedropper full of red liquid. So, can we operate? No. No, I didn't want to do that. So why don't we save another? Let's save another latest. Yeah, I don't. So we have the blossom. The green blossom of sweet GG. Add to red and heat up. Red liquid heat of flame. Okay, give a drop to become tame. What if I put this on this? No? Okay, I don't know. I don't think that's doing anything either. I like how it installs the inventory. Oh, attic. Oh. We were down there. Okay. Red of liquid, heat of flame. Give a drop to become tame. Go. I don't know. I thought this door was... Okay, so that was the attic. Oh, I don't know. Head of an animal. So I feel like the only animal that we know that's alive in the game so far is the dog. But I don't know about heat of flame. I guess the basement thingy area. Where's that office? This is the office, right? No. Yeah, I've told you guys before that my sense of direction is very bad. Okay, good. Operate matches on the Bunsen burner. Okay, so that works. Operate. I hope you don't have like a finite amount of these matches. When we save, dropper. Okay, and then operate dropper on here. Examine. The test. Okay, so we've heated the liquid. That seems pretty good. And so if I operate this... Okay, so it's heated. I'm assuming it's heated now. Is that safe to assume? Yeah, limited uses of things, that'd be a bridge too far. Yeah, I'm not sure. This seems already more user-friendly than Sierra stuff. But do you think I had to... do you think I had to keep that there longer? Come back. Contains a red liquid. Examine. Does it say the liquid is hot now? No. That's okay. Red hot, maybe? You don't remember leaving it to bake or anything? Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting. Fractal Mind Mike, you played this. That's actually really good, because I might beg for hints at some point. But yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that, like the... Oh, no. Oh, well, I've never even been here. Someone is trying to hide something. A pair of children's shoes look very lonely. Oh, I haven't even been in here. Take. They're size 5 in children's. They won't fit you. Since when did you wear size 9 in children's clothes? So the kids aren't here anymore. Okay, so we've got a boarded up area. Assuming you have any functioning memory, you'll be happy to help. I know I don't. But there's nothing here. I don't think I can do anything in this room right now. It's what a weird thing. The pair of children's shoes look very lonely. And the girls aren't here anymore. So let's go outside and, did you, Fractal Mind Mike, did you finish these with no hints or what? Oh, I can't, there's no going out. Oh. Oh, okay. Hmm. There's another exit out of the house, isn't there? You finished with little or no hints, but you might you might have a record of that. You'll take a look. um. Okay. Oh, operate this on this. Um. Well, was that too loud, you guys? Blood rushes from your arm's socket and pours onto the floor. Ah. The name of the game is Last Half of Darkness, Day of War. So am I not supposed to move? Hmm. Would you like to play again? Sure. Load. Oh, it was silent? Okay, that's good. Because the sound is... I'm actually not going to listen anymore because the sound is not anything to write home about. But the dog... I figured the dog would be, Adventure... The subtitle of this game, Adventures in Blue. I figured the dog would be... I figured the dog would be tame when I did the dropper. Yeah, that was pretty violent. Can I operate it on him now? Okay, actually, let's save. Doggy. This, yes, Evil Tentacle. This game was made by Picasso during his blue period. Doggy. Okay, let's try to operate... What happens if we operate this on the dog? Okay, so it doesn't do anything. Something has to become tame. Old school games really have a habit of plopping you right back at the start of the game all the time, and they just took for granted that players would tolerate it, Deluxe Text says. Yeah, like I don't... So I feel good that I figured something out. But yeah, it was just cool to play a game back in the day, Maximus. That's absolutely right. But I did heat the liquid. I give a drop to become tame. I tried, that didn't... Add to red and heat... Oh, add to red and heat up. Oh, I didn't even do everything. Okay, give me a second. But nothing became tame. Oh, see, operate... Okay, so am I not supposed to do anything? No. Well, that is your arm, isn't it, though? Yes, I'd like to play again. Maybe I didn't finish my whole experiment thing. Red hot. So if I operate this into this and add to red... Oh, the liquid turned green. Ooh, okay, so Fractal Mind Mike, my stats for this game are for the whole trilogy. Apparently I did take 5 hints, suffered 24 deaths, and 0 soft locks. You have that detailed of records, Fractal Mind Mike, that's amazing. And Deluxe Tech still struggling through Police Quest 3. Driving minigames too painful. Give a drop to girl soon dead. Blossom drop will raise head. Okay, so now I feel like I've done something. So let's see, save. Green. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, Fractal Mind Mike, that's awesome. Jeez. Are you a very methodical person? So now I want to go up the stairs. Where is up the stairs? Julia can't find up the stairs. Julia can't find up the stairs. Where the heck are the stairs? I can't navigate for beans. Okay, here we go. Nope. 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 Yes. Oh, you can be methodical, but you're more ADHD overall. Do you record time? Yeah, Massimo says, do you record time the time it took as well? Although likely tainted by stream interruptions. Okay, so let's where's the girl? The girl in the closet? Girl in the closet. I've got something for you. Is she in here still? So she's gone, which is unfortunate because she doesn't come back. The girl in the closet. That's kind of unfortunate. So I guess I might have to restart the game. Would that be a soft lock? Would that be considered a soft lock that she's not there anymore? Oh wow, you played an episodic sci-fi called Odysseus Cosmos, and concluded in 2019. Oh, cool. Fractal Mike, you're gonna write a timing app to time game stuff? Man, I guess I'm assuming that that girl soon dead was the girl that was in the closet. So that's kind of a problem. So I might have to restart it all together. After all. Okay, that's fine. I accept that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, physical stop-start button you can use on stream would be awesome. Gee, would I like to play again? I might have to restart because the girl is not there anymore. So I might just do that. Because I'm assuming that the girl that I need to put the dropper on was the girl in the closet. So why don't we just try that real quick? It's kind of unfortunate. Yep. I feel like I'm going to have to replay a lot of this. A chess clock is a good way to time stuff. Actually, why don't we review this? Give a drop to become... Okay, right of liquid, heat of flame, give a drop to become quite tame. Because this does contain red liquid to start. Yeah, fact of mind, Mike, you're super well organized when it comes to all that stuff. Operate printer. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I'm afraid it looks like I don't know. I want fact of mind, Mike. I'm just gonna check out your 24 desk, zero soft lock. Oh, fact of mind, Mike. Actually, I never asked you like fan art. I love fan art. Yeah, someone was it Davor did a fan art of Nancy at the running for the train or something like that. I can't remember. I think it might have been Davor, and it was awesome. Yeah, I love fan art of my stuff or just fan art in general. I love fan art in general too. Yes, Davor did. Yeah, I love it. It was awesome. And as bad as my memory is, I still remember that stuff. So yeah, I guess fact of mind, Mike. My question to you is: did you have to restart the game at any point? Because I feel like the girl in the closet, I need to put the drop of the stuff on her. And she's not here anymore for me to do that. You don't think you had to? So she just disappeared. Well, I'm getting kind of a glitchy thing. But the girl, the game is in another room. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I'll just re. Okay. Load green. Because also it says red of liquid, heat of flame would give a drop to become quite tame. But am I not supposed to do the Gigi flower thing first? I think okay at I think I'll call this soon. I'll probably call this in like 10-15 minutes, I think. I might start consulting a walkthrough. To be honest, maybe next art stream, because while I do like don't worry, Fractal Mind Mike. Yeah, it's you play a lot of tough games. I'm yeah I Your last two images are fan art. One is a piece you did for fun, and one poster you did. Oh, cool! You did today for my game. Awesome. Yeah, I'd love to see it. I love fan art. Fan art's amazing. Um, because I feel like I've gotten a pretty decent experience out of this game so far, and I'm not gonna like linger on something and play it in long enough to figure it out on my own necessarily. I'd like to get through as many different kinds of games as possible, and that's probably gonna mean I will I will finish this off pretty quick. Deluxe Talks, have a great night. Thank you for coming. Yeah, I'm thinking about turning in myself as well. Like, I think I'm really pleased with how much we got done tonight with that animation, just implementing it and everything. That's what I was hoping to get done, and how often do we achieve what we hope to do in a night? So I might just leave it at this because I honestly, yeah, I think I want to take it easy after my development high. Eden Wave. Yeah, thanks for coming to stream, of course, as usual. Thanks again for porting the Crimson Diamond to Mac. Um, yeah, I think I might leave it at this because I am on a bit of a high from productivity. Room of War. I didn't actually even realize that these rooms were labeled. Oh no! Like yeah, why don't we end it off with the good old doggy? Um, Nothing was damaged. What if I put water on it? Yeah, it didn't work. Okay. Oh, so productive. Okay. Oh, good. That person went to too. I'm so glad you like seeing the AGS implementation of this stuff. Thank you. I'm gonna check that out. Fractal My Mic at the end of this. Yeah, rip arm, R.I.P. arm, Blaholton. That's a dad joke that I can get behind. Oh, cool. Okay, you found someone streaming Kernel's Book Quest. Fantastic. Why don't we um, get out of this? Let's go to Big Julia. Um, yeah, and let me take a look on the Twitch and see what we have. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Meadow Fairy is streaming the Kernel's Bequest. That's a really good one to do. So let's find that, and then I'll finish off my fruit snack. I might take the night off. I might just take it easy tonight because I'm kind of feeling pretty good about that. And like I said, I couldn't have done it without you. I would have not noticed that weird not getting the proper water frame aligned properly and everything. So thank you for that. Okay. Meadow Fairy. Oh wait, I got the caps lock on. Kernel's Bequest is still your favorite? Oh great, Fractal Mind Mike says the Kernel's Bequest is still my favorite Sierra game so far. Yay, Benson, good to see you. Yes, you were just about to raid. Meadow Fairy is Kernel's Bequest, streaming Kernel's Bequest, which is awesome. Yeah, thank you guys for coming so much. So much. Let's think of a raid. While this is loading up, let me think of a raid message. Raid message will be... hold on. I gotta see what this is. Oh, cool. Awesome. Women of Retro, episode 1. Nice. Judge Khan, thank you for coming by. It's really good to see you. Have a great night. Have a great night. And Bill Kuhn, time for bed early ones for you. Fantastic. Fantastic. Have a great night. Raid message will be... Neo Venom, see ya. Thank you so much for the raid. Have a wonderful night. It's going to be Crimson, Diamond, Raiders. Yes, have a wonderful week. See you for next Crimson Tuesday. It won't be at 2. This was nice because it was like Futska, which is the second day, and so perfect 2-day for a Tuesday. Previous stream was February 22, 2022, so that was nice. And I don't think we're going to get that kind of lineup again. Crimson Diamond Raiders. Rating, woo, and then throw up any Crimson Diamond emojis you might have. That's going to be our raid message. Oh, she's just starting. Okay. So let us raid. Meadow Fairy. Crimson Diamond Raiders rating. Woo! Raid Meadow Fairy. I'm so glad. We never see anyone playing the Kernel's Bequest. So that's that. Did I get it right? Yes. Okay, perfect. So wonderful. I'm going to check out our stream because this, of course, I love Kernel's Bequest, obviously. So that'll be Crimson Diamonds Raiders rating woo plus emojis. We're gonna check this out. See you guys next week for Crimson Tuesday. I'm not sure what it's gonna be yet, but we'll do something. Yes. Have a great, wonderful rest of your week. Yeah, Dylan Dow on YouTube. That's the person I'm watching. I always watch my soundtracks on that. So let's see. Gonna wait for the bus to fill a little more. Oh, I forgot to turn captions on. Oh. Okay. looks like raid timer is about to run out. Great. Okay, so we're gonna get this raid happening, and I will see you over there. Okay, bye. Woo! Woo! Woo!